set up and tore down this stage with my own two hands. We've traveled this land, packed tight in minivans. And all this for the fans, girls, money, and fame. I played their game and had to scream my name. I will show no shame. I live and die for this. And if I come off soft, spit you on this.
Are you scared?
Devil without a cause, and I'm back with the beaver hats and Ben Davis slacks. 30-pack of stroll, 30-pack of hoe. No Rogaine in the propane flows. The chosen one, I'm the living proof with the gift of gab from the city of truth. I jabbed and stabbed and knocked critics back, and I did not stutter when I said that. I'm going platinum, selling rhymes. I went platinum 7 times, and still they ill and wanna see us ride. I guess because the only God knows why. They call me cowboy, I'm a singer in black. So throw a finger in the air, let me see where you're at. Say, hey, hey. Let me hear where you're at. Say, hey, hey. I'm giving it back, so say, hey, hey. Show me some metal and say, hey, 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 hey. I like the AC/DC and CZ Top. We'll see this beasties in the Kings on rock. Skinner, Seeger, Limp, Corn, the Stones. David Allen Cole with No Show Jones. Yeah! Pass that bottle around. Got the rock from Detroit. Soul from Motown. The underground stone. Fucking pimp. With tracks that Mac can slap back the whack. Never gain away. I don't play with ass. But watch me rock with Liberace flash. Pump rock the class. Boy bands are trash. I like Johnny Cash and Grandmaster Flash. Flash, 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 flash. They call me cowboy, I'm the singer in black. So throw a finger in the air, let me see where you're at and say, hey, hey. Let me hear where you're at and say, hey, hey. I'm giving it back, so say, hey, hey. Show me some metal and say, hey, 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 hey.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you guys are doing really well. Shout out to JDMTL for another song request. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. This one's a little bit difficult. I can't play the whole song. There seems to be some restrictions on it. But hey. They call me the Liberace as well. Yo, speaking of the Liberaces.
Yo, how are you, Timmy?
Tim G, I heard you're a big Liberace.
Big Liberace. No Liberace watches for me. No, nothing like a Daytona, Rainbow, all that stuff. No Liberace.
No Liberace for you?
No Liberace.
For you, huh?
Huh? Nothing.
Tim G.
Yeah. I like it. I like this watch.
Which one? Oh, the stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, well, there's big news in the watch world.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't kept up. So you gotta talk. You gotta talk.
Really? I thought you would know anything. I thought you would.
I don't know that much about what's going on with Richemont. I do know that they hired someone new for one of their CEO positions, right?
Yes, exactly. They're doing a shakeup. They're bringing the guy. Okay. Let me just read the article here for you, so that I don't get the name, so that I won't get the names wrong. But there's a big shakeup. It's like the entire ranking is changing. Okay, check this out. It says this is from Monochrome. Right? They said following the appointment a few weeks ago of Nicholas Boss as the new CEO of Richemont. Now, this guy, Nicholas Boss, he was the previous Van Cleef & Arpels guy. Okay, so they're putting him as a CEO of Richemont. Okay, and now they're taking the basically, let's see here. Announces changes. Okay, so we're gonna have effective September 1st, Louis Ferla, the current Vacheron Constantin CEO, is going to become the CEO of Cartier.
Well, there you go. Because you know why they're gonna build that brand. Okay. I think that brand has a potential of competing against Rolex.
Well, currently Cartier is number 2 biggest brand in Switzerland,
Right.
following Rolex.
If you think about it, they need their. I mean, they do have a separate section in Cartier when you walk in for watches, but they need actually like a boutique section within the Cartier, um, within the Cartier store. So when you walk in, it should be its own like little enclave of just watches.
Hmm.
And I think it would do them very well. I also think LVMH is going to be a major hitter within the next 20 years. I mean, Omega in the 60s and 70s was as big, if not bigger, than Rolex. Rolex took off between this 1960s and 1970s. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I think I don't think it's a shakeup. I think they're trying to build a brand. You know?
Do you know, like which year did Rolex become the biggest like brand from Switzerland? I wonder. This is what I wonder. Like, what is the timeline like for these brands? When did each one rose to prominence? We do have those graphs from like you could just Google what's the top most profitable Swiss watch brands over the
Yep.
year. We could see how Cartier was used to actually be below Omega, but they took over Omega, and it
Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
absolutely. My dad, who was an aerodynamicist, of like a rocket scientist, like first generation American,
Mhm.
basically, or second generation American. He basically had an Omega 321 watch, and he just loved that. They're one of the originals, and basically, I just remember they were like heavily coveted. Rolex, Submariner was a big deal, like in 60 to 65, but basically there was no it's not like it is today, where it's where their brand is really a brand on each. I
Yes.
mean, where their watch is actually a watch. Submariners is Submariner, and the GMTs are the GMTs, and everything else. I mean, they've really gone. I mean,
Now, do you think this is to
oh yeah,
ultimately, is this to Rolex's advantage, or is it going to disadvantage them?
I think they're going to pump a lot. I think they're going to pump. I think Richemont is probably going to pump in a lot of money to Cartier. It's a tremendous brand because also it can compete against. If you think about it, it can compete against Tiffany too, which is LVMH. All right, so they can section that off, and they can probably. They've got two avenues. I mean, they've got jewelry that they've had a heritage for jewelry, and then they've got watches, and they've got the Santos, they've got the Tank. They've got the what's that? The crash or the clash, and they've got the other. They've got a bunch actually.
Crash, is such a simple design, but those watches compete against FP Journes on auctions. Like,
Yes, yes,
I don't know,
absolutely.
such a
Ab-
simple construction, but the value that they get out of the Cartier Crash is incredible. But
Absolutely.
they have a really good atelier as well. They make all those specialty Cartiers. They're not very wearable. They're really usually chunky,
And
but
yeah,
they have
right.
some technology in there. Like they have that watch where the entire Cartier movement is built in a rotor, and so the entire watch is just a kind of empty case, and it's got a rotor on the inside and the central pinion for the hands, and the entire movement inside the rotor.
But
Weird.
I
They make
think, yeah, I think Richmond's doing okay. This guy, the CEO guy, looks pretty. He looks like in his 40s,
looks like
and
you in your
well,
younger years, like
good looking white guy,
like
So,
15
which is
years
typical,
younger Tim G right here.
which is a typical Swiss. They wouldn't pick something out off the norm. It was a very white male oriented um, country. So anyway, no, I think it'll be good. They control the golf. They control Peter Millar is pretty much the golfing brand of golf. So they control that. They've got a lot of other great brands. They got Berluti, right? They've
Well,
got
here's like a list of the best hits, their top hits,
Yeah,
right?
and I buy Dunhill stuff. So I've always been big on that Dunhill. Oh, and Serpanian, I've got a tote bag and a d- uh, and a backpack from Serpanian. And Purdy is noted for their guns for the Monarch in England, and also it's the next step above. Purdy's the next step above Barber clothes. So
Oh,
it's the higher end.
above
So it's like
Barber.
if Red Shovel like steps it up a notch, he'd be
Yeah,
wearing that. He'd be wearing that type of.
we
He'd
need
be
to tell Red Shovel to step it up. He's
step it
not
up, Red Shovel. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not a
yeah,
bro. He's not broke. He is a really wealthy plumber.
yeah. I'm
Like,
sure he
I would
is.
want to be I would want to be doing plumbing right now. Times are tough. I was watching some news story from somewhere from Florida, right? And this guy, right? He had a house. Right now, the property is so strange. What's going on? Because your property taxes depend on the value of your house, right?
Right.
Like that's how it always is. And because housing kind of went up in price so much, a lot of people, like they see like it's like imagine you buy imagine I buy a Daytona, right? The Panda. I buy it for 13,000. Imagine I had to pay taxes on that. Right? And then the gray market says, okay, now this Daytona is 100,000. So instead of me paying taxes on the 13,000 that I bought it for, now I have to pay taxes on 100,000 that the market thinks it's worth. But nobody would buy the Daytona for 100,000. That's what they did to his house.
Well, no,
He bought it.
that's
Yeah,
exactly correct. It's like the market value of the real estate that I own. Everything's gone up to the roof. Not only
yeah,
that,
and
but
then you have to
insurance,
pay higher taxes.
exactly correct. You have to pay higher tax, and also there's more services and everything else. But if you look at what Richemont owns, I mean, I'm not familiar with the first brand, which is what, but,
Uh,
but
Buccellati,
Buccellati. I'm not familiar,
Buccellati,
but I
Buccellati.
would,
I bet this is one of those brands that Sean knows. Buccellati.
that's probably the case.
I
Yes.
bet they make like fine suits or incredible. Oh, okay, okay. They're jewelry. All right.
Okay, so it's
Kind
like
of.
it's actually like Chopard
Yeah,
jewelry.
I never.
Oh, look at that, Milano. Okay, so they're in Milan. Okay, so they bought them, and then basically you got Cartier that was next. Go back to that list.
Okay, let's see. Here. Let's go back. Here.
And that's
Just really quickly, let me read this super chat from JMB, who's been a member and a supporter of the show for 25 months. I'm going to Berlin next Monday for a week. Does anyone know any vintage fountain pen stores? Thank you.
I don't know
Uh,
any. I don't know any. I don't know any vintage ones, but there's. Ah, fuck. Let me just pull it up on my iPhone.
mhm. He needs to
You
talk
want
to
if
you.
you want to um, if you want to try loop. I think they even have watches. I haven't been there in a while, but Lubien, Luiban,
Lubien.
Lubien.
Write it down.
It's a little boutique. Luibuin, I think it
Are
is.
you a pen guy as well?
Nah, I used to be, but they leak in your pocket.
Tough. It's you have to know how to handle them. You have to hold it. Right
Pilot.
side up.
Yeah, I have a Dunhill pen that I love. I got it in St. Bart's like 20 years ago. I paid $1,000 for it, and it's made out of. And then I have a bunch of Mont Blancs, but basically, the Dunhill pen I have is carbon fiber, like one of the originals. It's just gorgeous. But I typically just have Pilot. Believe it or not, Pilot makes these cheap pens that are fountain pens, and you just throw them out when the ink. So I usually just write with that now. So anyway, they're like
What do you think
Timex.
about Parker, or is it just garbage?
Parker's phenomenal. Parker's phenomenal. There's a name of a Parker pen. There's a name of it that is actually a really good fountain pen. It's God.
I like Parker stainless steel pens. You know, like just a regular roller ball, but fully stainless steel. They're
Yeah.
nice and shiny. Like it's nice to have like a metal pen.
I mean, I used to be totally into it in the 1980s and 1990s. Parker makes a really good fountain pen. Is a certain name of it. If someone in the chat can bring it up, or I can just quickly just find it. It's an excellent pen. They're like $200 or $300. You know, again, if you want to buy a fountain pen and you're just not sure, the there's a bunch of websites that you can get them on a discount, and that's probably how I would go, because
I would start with the Lamy. Like I had a
yeah, they're
Lamy.
beautiful. Those are beautiful pens.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm not a connoisseur like Sean is on that, but I used to have I still have them. I mean, I never sold them because I don't know what you do, but basically, they're actually really, it's a fountain pens are phenomenal. I'm sure Humble Pine has them too, right?
Humble Pine has a Lamy.
No, has fountain pens.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, he's not. He's not a big fountain pen guy.
Okay, interesting. Okay, all right. I would imagine him, and obviously Construct has them, right?
Uh,
So he had them.
I don't know. I know Evan used to have fountain
Oh,
pen.
the Parker that's is really nice, and it's not 200 or $300. I'm sorry, it's like $500. It's the dual fold.
Oh, but there you go. Mark N in the chat says Parker Duofold.
Yeah.
Or
So if you Google Parker dual fold, you'll see what I'm talking about.
pull it up.
Really nice pen. Really nice.
Parker
Yeah, he beat me
Duofold.
to the
Ooh,
he beat me
it's
to the
not
punch.
cheap. It's not cheap, man.
No, it's the top of the line.
Oh fuck.
That's what you want to get. Yeah, Mark N. Yeah, you beat me to the punch. Okay.
Check it out right here.
So
Okay.
they have a black one. They have a red one.
Uh-huh.
They're like $400. I didn't realize that. I thought they were like 200. See,
Spit.
I'm dating myself. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I
Good
used to buy Mont Blanc pens for like $300. Now they're like, I think they're like 800 to 1,000.
I mean, it's a pretty good looking pen.
No, these are really nice.
They have a black one. They have.
I think you can get them cheaper on Amazon if you Google Amazon.
I like this one. This is
Yeah, the black one's nice.
ceramic, black ceramic bezel. Look at that.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
that's why, I mean, you could start with that.
Hey, by the way,
Simple
remember
$700.
I was telling you about the batteries for the
Yeah, that's
camera?
smart.
Try. Look
Idea.
at that. Man.
Yeah. How many did you
Pretty
get?
smart.
4?
That way you don't have to charge. You don't have to carry a big brick to charge.
Phenomenal, especially in your backpack. But anyway, going back to Richemont, I mean, they've got some really good brands. I mean, they really have some great brands. I didn't realize that Peter Millar was part of them, and I've been buying Peter Millar clothes for like 15 years. But someone pointed it out at one of the clubs I belong to, and I was in shock actually. But I mean, they have a lot of good brands. But Parker's a great brand, good brand.
This is
is Parker American or is it English or British?
I have no idea. I think it's American. It has to be, no?
Okay.
I think it's American.
My dad used to like Schaefer. Schaefer pens.
It's possible that by now they kind of outsource stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how it works now. I'm out of the loop, but I've got like maybe 20 fountain pens that I don't even use.
Let's see. Does it say where they made? Let's see here. On the box. Oh, it just says they're from 1888. That's very old pen.
Yeah, that's an old pen.
Yeah, I wonder if they've been kind of consistent, or did they go out of business and then get reacquired?
No, I think they've been around, but they've probably been bought by a conglomerate. They probably have.
Oh, they don't say. There is no made in warning. They don't say where they make that stuff.
It's a really good pen. It's a really good pen, though.
You
can't go wrong with it.
A symbol of excellence since 1921. It was
there you go.
A roaring 20s.
Yeah.
Good times. Amazon is completely effed now, though. It's just that they just sell junk. There's
It's funny.
no
I still buy.
quality.
I no longer have Prime because I just don't care if it shows up tomorrow. So whenever it shows up, but I still buy a ton of stuff from them.
I'm going to cancel my Prime the next
It's a
time there is.
total waste of money for the business. It's like $200. I said, you know what? It's just another fee. I'm just
It's not
spending.
worth it. No, it's not worth it anymore.
No, it's
And
not.
they increased the price. They used to be cheaper. They slowly.
Oh yeah, they raise it. It's just like a utility bill. They every like quarter they slowly just raise them. So if you don't complain or
It's like
don't do anything,
boiling a frog. You know that if
yeah,
you or frying a frog, if you do it really slowly, the frog doesn't even know it's getting cooked, and that's what they're doing. That's what Amazon is doing to a lot of their customers.
yeah.
They've
But
been slowly increasing the price. Like you can actually get higher quality on Alibaba or just going directly to the website. The prices don't make sense because you know what? In a way, Amazon is genius because to put like the most difficult part of doing business, right? It's listing stuff for sale, right? And what they did is they outsourced all of that work of listing stuff on Amazon to just randos online for the promise of commission, right? And so now a lot of the stuff that's listed on Amazon is not even listed by them
oh,
or
I
by
know.
the
I
brand.
I realize I
It's
realize that. I realize that.
it's
But
just listed
I've
by
got
any grifter that wants to go
yeah,
on
I
with the
realize that.
same
But
price you want.
I've gotten some really good deals from Amazon over the years. So I can't
Yes,
really.
over the year. I used to be addicted. I
Yeah.
was like a shopaholic. Would spend I mean, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, but like I would buy a
No,
lot of books and junk.
they've changed a lot. They've changed a lot. Matter of fact, they're cutting back on their warehouses. I mean, they're actually cutting back because I guess people are cutting back because they don't have the dough. So
The
they eliminate too.
economy is
Yeah,
fucked, man.
yeah.
We're here. Watch Space is actually doing pretty good. I was I was watching some video about Ford trucks, Dodge trucks online, and these guys are freaking out.
Oh,
There's
absolutely,
car
absolutely.
lots full of trucks. They
Car
have
lots,
4,000
boats,
days
your
worth of
boats.
supply
Yes, cars, boats. Believe it or not, farm equipment.
because they're too expensive. Who's gonna spend 220,000 for a Dodge truck?
Well,
Two
that's
hundred twenty thousand,
yeah,
Tim.
yeah. It's a 80,000 for like an F-150 now. Yeah, no, I agree. It's too much.
Too much money.
Yeah,
Where
well,
is
that's
people
the
going
and
to
then
make
the
that
other thing,
money?
the interest rates are going to be the interest rates are killing the cars too because everything's over like $1,200. Typical people can't afford that. It's a huge problem. John Deere just laid off a bunch of people. They're moving their factories to Mexico because it's cheaper to build. So they're in Moline, Illinois, which is this little town in Illinois near the Mississippi River. They've got they're laying off a ton of people in this little town. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be really devastating. There you
Uh,
go.
Ko- Kojak Kronos is confirming that Parker is an American company, although they had production in other countries, including UK.
That's what I thought.
Good
Okay.
to know.
Yep.
And
Thank
by
you.
the way, uh, Waterman is from Paris. That's a good brand. I heard a lot of
Phenomenal,
amazing things.
phenomenal, phenomenal brand. There was another one that was mentioned in the chat by Mark N, and that's Visconti, and that's
Yeah,
another good pen. That's another good pen company. So
I'm
thank you, Mark N, for that.
pulling it up right now as we speak. And by the way, shout out to G Godwa. He says Fisher Space Pens. Actually, I have to get one. I love Fisher Space Pen because it's one of those pens that you take apart and then you join together. Like it's like a compact pen.
It's
Usually, I don't like compact pens because they're very awkward to hold. But Fisher is actually when you put it together, it's like perfect size for your hand.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think
Perfect size.
anyone under 35 really likes fountain pens. So I mean, they're just not going to buy an extravagant fountain pen.
Well, let's hear it from Daniel. Sorry, he's not young. Hey, Daniel, are you into pens?
Um, I like pens. I've got what's her name's pen. You know,
Oh, Carolyn Martin pen, of
Caroline
I
course.
Martin is big on
Artsy
pins.
pen
Yeah.
makers.
yeah, I got it. I got it. She got it. She gave it to me. It was wonderful. I have it on the trip with me to write some
Oh,
notes down. Yeah, it's in the Airbnb.
that's really sweet, Daniel. Well, did
Yeah,
you order a custom color, or you told her to?
I've got a purple, and I forget what the other side of it is.
Oh,
A
it's
purple.
perfect.
Yeah, it's
To
yeah, it's pretty good.
match
It's
your
just
glasses, of course.
yeah. I'm just saying a very quick hello. I don't want to get off topic about import.
Well, we're
And
just talking like market, because Richemont is changing up a lot of the administration, right? They're changing up CEOs,
yeah,
and I thought it would be good to talk a little bit about kind of what does this mean for other luxury goods, or just goods market in general. What are the implications? Um, yeah. What?
um, I'm not good with the math or accounting. Tingy, I guess, has been more in touch with all this stuff. As an investor, investment banker, etc. But look, it just my feeling is that even some of the luxury stuff is made where they can get the parts at an economical uh, value
Hmm.
uh, to allow for markups and for all levels of distribution to be paid, and then some kind of margin to the end customer. And so it's going to be uh, it's nasty. You want to have stuff made in your own town and your own country, but sometimes things are made cheaper somewhere else, and um, I don't want to mean I don't want to sell the economy and put the economy under the bus, but people need to, I guess, get stuff done elsewhere if they're making a lot of them. If you're just doing handmade stuff and you're just staying at a certain level with handmade material, like what's his name? Who's the big shot in England? The Isle of Man, the famous watchmaker. He's got 7 staff working
Oh,
their
Smith.
butts off. What?
Smith. Smith.
Yeah. Roger Smith or whatever. Yeah, but he's willing to do that. That's just being an atelier, and he knows what he's aiming for. He's not trying to expand. He's trying to keep it quality and still have it handmade. Also, this new guy, Philippe Pekulik, who's still not on a lot of people's radar, and Lane and a few other companies. But getting into other things, that's it. Like look at Kerry Voutilainen. I don't know if he has time to make watches now. He's busy. He took over a company. He's making cases for other companies and other people. I mean, he's still a great watchmaker, but maybe he's decided to go slightly in another direction. And then we get into other stuff, any stuff. That's where you have to decide: are you going to do economies of scale or still keep it at a certain level? And then there's a whole pricing involved, and then you don't always want to send something to the Far East or somewhere else, and then their pricing gets good quality too. There could be stuff that's high end luxury that's in those other countries where the labor is wherever they can get the labor to do those things. I don't have an answer for any of this. It's really, I'm not good at math, Tim.
No, no. I know exactly what you're saying. Look, smaller independents, right?
Yeah,
Those like mini brands that are not pursuing maximum profits, that are privately owned, right? There's no pressure for them to try and sell as many watches, or as many whatever it is they're manufacturing, right? Whether they're pens or stuff, because I think, like, now that we live in this social media world, whatever it is that you make,
yeah.
you could probably find people in the world that will want to buy it, as long as it's within certain reason, right?
Well, hold on. That's a little bit too simple. Like, they're under a different pressure. They're doing handmade stuff. Let's say Roger Smith again. I'm going to bring him back.
Yeah.
To the
Okay.
show.
Let's just say Roger Smith.
And he's got a staff of 7 people. No, he's got more
Uh-huh.
people than that because Philippe Pekulik has already got 7 on his staff, and he's just this new young guy.
Yeah.
But Roger Smith is, he's got 20. I don't know. And it takes 5 years, or if someone's got to wait 5 years for a particular piece, and they're willing to wait, but there's still, that long. He's got to work out that timing of them doing that stuff, like just to do their craft in a craft-like way, handmade, not to push them, but still they're working long hours to meet a different kind of time line to
Well,
get
he has.
something done.
Yeah, because he has
So it's a different
different.
kind of pressure, but it's still there.
Okay, sure,
know?
I understand, but like technically speaking, he could. I think if he wanted to, he could expand his business into something much bigger. His name is so well known in the watch space that he could become like the next FP Journe if he wanted to. I think he would be bigger than FP Journe if he so decided to expand his operation, right?
Well, that's where you'll have to interview him.
But I think he doesn't want to, right?
No, I don't think
really,
he wants to right now. I
yeah,
don't think
it's just not what would make him happy. I feel. I
yeah.
think he wants there's also FP Journe is not George Daniels or Roger Smith, right?
Yeah.
Roger Smith puts in a lot more of his time into the watches that they make, whereas FP Journe is now completely hands off. It feels like he's not putting watches together.
Who knows? Maybe he's picked a particular piece where to keep his craft sharp, that he might spend so many hours working on the craft of a particular piece and say, that's my guys, set aside, I'm working on that one. Or he's working on a number of pieces, a certain segment, and helping his minions do part of it as he watches over the watch, and he starts correcting some of the pieces. So he's doing his craft that way. I don't know if he wants to lose his craft. So he must be doing some of it himself, but a lot of it is administration, I guess, and other responsibilities, like you say. He's got people helping with management, mind you.
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's what I would think. If I was making watches, I would want to spend my time making watches and then hire other people to do the menial tasks, right? The taxes, get somebody to answer the phone, right? Get somebody to be ordering the materials or dealing with nonsense, right?
Don't have me answer the phone, Tim. I'm not good at that. Don't have me.
Hey, by the way, Dave F451 is reminding us that Rolex moved from England to Switzerland, where the manufacturing was cheaper.
And IWC moved from Boston, the guy, to Switzerland too, way back when he was an engineer. So that's sort of
Switzerland used to be China of the watch manufacturing, right?
Well, yeah, it was, and also they needed to be productive during the winters because of their winters were so harsh. So they got into the watch business. But Timmy, real quick on your Richemont group. So I've never heard of the online flagship stores. And
What is that?
Well, it's one of those. It's one of the categories of the Richemont group.
Yeah.
Okay, if you hit that,
let's see.
You get Armani. Scroll down.
Wait. 1 second.
Am I off base on this?
There's
okay, so go back to the main thing again. Go back to the main Richemont category. Okay, or Google online flagship stores.
Online
flagship stores.
Am
I off base on this?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
All right, now scroll. All Okay. Scroll down now. Scroll. Do they own Armani? Richemont Group? Stone Island is like a New York, New Jersey group. Do they own?
Oh.
Do they own like the brand Armani?
It seems so.
Okay, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up.
Yeah, it says that they own Ally, Armani, Armani Exchange, right? This is what is it? AX, Cartier Online, Clos, Dunhill, Mont Blanc, and Stone Island.
So they own Armani too under this group.
Interesting. Huh. It says welcome to YoOX Net-a-Porter online flagship store where the world's leading luxury brands powered their own e-commerce destinations. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe it's like a service. Hold on. Online flagship stores' main aim is to help brand partners anticipate customer needs. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna mute Daniel. And create a seamless luxury retail experience. Online flagship store provides a suite of B2B luxury services, including online and mobile store development, high precision, omni-channel logistics, unrivaled customer care, impactful digital marketing, data-driven merchandising, global strategy development. Maybe it's like a Shopify for mega luxury.
It might be. I don't quite get it, but
No, it makes perfect sense. I think we know what this is. I think this is basically their like website development division. Okay, and I think they're basically Richemont. You like basically because they have so many different um they have so many different brands, and
yeah.
then each brand needs a website. So instead of hiring some company to develop a website for them, they have their own website, like their own company that develops these retail websites. And I'm guessing that they're using the same company or the same template to run all of their website. And they're basically saying, hey, you know what? If any one else wants to use, they like let's say Armani. I don't know if they're owned by Armani, but somebody could probably check. If Armani wants to, instead of having to hire other company to develop the website for them, maybe they just partner with basically Richemont, and Richemont allows them to use their systems.
That's probably the case. Okay. All right. Well, in any event, I've heard of most, but I haven't heard of a few like Yokes or Ukes and the Outnet. Mr. Porter's I shop at. Net A Porter's women's. Mr. Porter's men's high-end brands. I mean, the rest of them, like the Watchfinder and Company, I don't even think that should be on there. But that's like a secondary store that's in England, and then also like in Geneva. I think they even have one in New York. If you want to buy secondary, you want to buy a watch on a secondary market. It's just, I'm not big on that. Mont Blanc, everyone's heard of. What's the Giannotti Rossi? What the heck is that? That one I've never heard of.
Mr. Porter is men's suits and stuff. Is that what it is?
Mr. Porter's is like the Harrods of online shopping, and I shop there a lot.
Oh, okay.
A lot of this stuff, a lot of the Richemont stuff that they own is very like it competes against itself. I feel like a lot of it is luxury,
Mm-hmm.
and
it's funny you mention that because I always think that Panerai and IWC compete, and Jaeger-LeCoultre all compete against each other.
exactly right. Like for example, Lange directly competes against Vacheron.
Absolutely.
It's well, they have slightly different, like one is a Swiss brand, the other one is German, but
they absolutely compete, in my opinion. Because if you're going to look at one, you're going to look at the other. Yeah.
By the way, Perry TV show, thank you so much for the $2.79 super sticker. Thank you, really appreciate the support, guys. If you enjoy these shows, make sure to hit that upload button. let's get to some, I don't know, some 50 uploads. Again, I'm working on a very interesting story for tomorrow's stream. We'll discuss something
Oh,
crazy. The scammer from Australia. There's more developments
oh, wait
to
a minute.
that
He
story.
disappeared. Is that the guy that disappeared?
Yeah. Well, it turns out that there's more to that story than we originally thought. It gets so psychotic. You guys need to hear this. Anyways, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Today, I just want to focus on talking about, Richemont. I got whole bunch of Moda listings, so we're going to look at what the prices are like on Moda. And there's few new watches that came out. We'll save the drama for tomorrow.
Okay, Tim, I'm gonna go. It's late. But where do I hit the thumbs down button?
Oh, you can't do it within the app. You have to go on YouTube app.
No, I'm just kidding.
How
Oh,
how
I'm
is
just kidding.
how is Italy? Give us a
Uh,
little update. How's
uh,
it going?
Italy is very nice. Poet, I went and stood in line. There's, this guy that poses himself as a poet, and he's got a little stand there, and you put in some money, and he writes a poem in tribute to you. And I got this poem in Italian. I got it translated
Oh,
that he wrote for me. The previous one, I went in line for it before, and he said something about your eyes are full of dreams. Continue your love, and the love will return, or something like that.
okay, pretty sweet. It
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
AI. It was an actual guy.
An actual guy, not an AI guy. An actual guy dressed up like something from Shakespeare. Like with a hat and stuff in his 50s, I guess, and he got a good sense of humor. Um, I don't know if he knows English, but he seemed like in the same vibe as us when he's doing this.
Let me
So
see.
it's
Let
a
me
form
pull.
of busking, and I thought it was hilarious. So I tried it. So yeah,
Okay,
maybe my
well,
eyes aren't full of dreams. That's off topic from.
take a picture of that poem and send it to me. We'll take a look at it. Okay.
Okay, boss. All right.
Daniel,
Okay, I'll
don't go.
talk.
Daniel, don't go.
Oh, hey, we got Sean. Just a second.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how are you, gentlemen?
Hey, Sean.
Daniel, just wanted to see if you got my message. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, he has a different
Once,
phone. Maybe
oh,
have his new phone.
because once I did Ocean and I changed plans to go to Florence, I tried to get a hold of you,
Right.
and because we set up the meeting with Franco Mazzetti and with the Stefano Bemmer
I heard
gentleman,
that.
I
By the
thought
way, Oshin told me the whole
I was trying
thing.
to get a hold of you so you could join us, but then I
Oh
didn't hear
man.
from you.
Oh, that's a bummer. I did lose. Um, was I when I was in Florence? I was in Florence just until the 13th. I didn't stay for the
Uh,
whole thing.
oh, okay, so you probably left because I got there on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there in the midweek, and
Okay.
I just missed it, Oshin, and then I met him in Venice after I lost my phone. So I
Okay.
haven't been returning messages because I don't have all my data.
I see. Okay, so that's probably what, because I tried to get a hold of you via phone, by WhatsApp and all that, and
Yeah,
I was
Tim,
concerned. Yeah.
give him my new number later, okay?
Yeah. Sean, just send me a reminder. I'll give you Daniel Katz's new temporary number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Okay,
Very
man.
cool. Hey, it
I'm
was good
flattered that you
talking to
had
you.
me meet, and I didn't. I just heard the story with Oshin when I hooked up with him in Venice.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We have to
Yeah, I would.
we have to circle back and see how your wonderful time was in Italy.
Yeah.
Go get some
Well,
sleep.
okay, boss. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Enjoy your
Take care.
time in Lecce.
Danielle, take care of yourself.
Oh, he's still
Okay,
there? He's
boss.
still in Italy.
Oh, he's still
I'm
in
in
it.
Lecce.
Oh, that's amazing. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Okay,
stay,
All
guys,
right.
later.
stay there.
Arri-
No reason to come
Arrivederci.
back.
All right.
All right, bye.
Hey, Tim's, I'm on a tail end of my lunch break that I've taken. It's late lunch break. Was listening to you guys. I just wanted to ask you. I thought Giorgio Armani was
See, I don't
privately
know.
owned.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw you. I saw that in the chat by you. I don't know. And thank you. Someone mentioned that Black Dial mentioned that Stone Island's Italian company. So thank you on that too. I had the slice idea. I just figured Stone Island was something from New York. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think they're just using the online flagship store services from Richemont. 'Cause, we're going through. Richemont has a bit of a shakeup in their management.
What happened? What happened?
Well, they're replacing. First of all, the CEO is replaced, and the CEO from Vacheron Constantin is moving to Cartier, and they have
Oh,
another
that's
move.
interesting.
Yeah. Cartier CEO is retiring, and CEO from JLC is moving to Van Cleef and Arpels. So Van Cleef and Arpels CEO became the CEO of Richemont. JLC
Okay.
moved to Van Cleef, and VC moved to Cartier.
My
It's like,
question is, who does
Who's taking over VC? Who's taking
Yeah,
over VC?
exactly. That's what I was headed to.
let's see. I'll try to find out.
So first of all, that tells you that probably they're very happy with what this guy's done at Vacheron Constantin, and
Oh yeah,
obviously Cartier is a big part of their business. Interesting. I hope that they put the right guy on Vacheron Constantin because they're definitely on a right path, right trajectory.
yeah. I mean, that, I
And they
think
want to
that's
make sure
why they're
with
doing it.
Cartier, they want to make sure they don't go backwards. If anything, they probably want to, they probably think that they got room for improvement.
I mean, Vacheron has been doing like a really good job. I think, like the
Yeah.
way the brand handled itself through the watch market spike. I feel like a lot of brands really let it get to their head, and they like increase the prices to a point where it's going to be hard to pull them back. But Vacheron, they never became this hype brand, and I think they're not really suffering any crazy backlash from the fans.
Hmm.
People who love Vacheron, I think they're going to even respect them more after now that the market is coming back to normalcy. I think VC is going to get so much respect, and I think maybe that's why they took this guy and they put him in the Cartier.
Hmm.
Like, it's a pretty interesting move.
Well,
I
maybe
wonder
this
who's going to
maybe
go
this
into
guy
VC.
maybe this
Yeah,
guy's
it's
been
not
long
announced
enough.
yet.
Maybe this guy was long enough where he brought in the overseas for Vacheron. You know, I don't know.
By the way, guys, another shout out to Perry TV Show for another super sticker, 139. By the way, guys, make sure to upvote the stream. We need to counteract the Daniel Katz's single downvote.
I'm gonna jump off because I have to go back and get some work done. Good talking to you guys. By the way, I watched the stream last night after I got home.
Whew.
I I'm not a fan of that AP. I'm generally not a fan of skeleton because it's been overly done.
Yep.
They lost. I mean, how many more watches do you want that's skeletonized? It just,
It's like it was cool when they had one. It was very special, but they're just
do you know what?
making
Can I
a version
can I
of
just
every.
say this? Can I just say what it's like?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I don't mean to offend anyone. It's like augmented breasts. Before that, they were interesting. Now you feel like even the natural one is fake. So,
No,
so
that's
it's the
pretty
same.
funny, but that's
No,
true though.
that what they did to that AP looks like a bad boob job. Seriously, those 5 dots like that, and the cut that just cuts through the movement like it's nothing. Looks like it was done. That cut looks like it was done after the movement was finished, and
Yeah,
it just looks like a bad boob job. It's like it's
like
horrible. That new skeletonized AP 41. double balance. Looks like it should be recalled.
All right, guys. Tim G, good seeing you as always. Thanks for being there. And who else is on, by the way?
Oh, we just got the Private Gentleman joined on the stream. Private Gentleman, welcome to the show.
Ciao, ciao paesano, ciao, come va?
By the way, Perry, another $2.79 super chat says Sean the Myth. Thank you. By the way, Sean, how's that system, the CRM? Is it almost back? Oh, I think we lost audio.
Probably lost them.
Yeah. No, I think we lost audio. Sean, I think your audio.
I just got back. I missed the whole thing, but I see the super chat to Perry TV show. Thank you, sir. You are the man because you're the one that's supporting Tim, and you've been there on a consistent basis. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you,
All
Perry.
right, guys.
Thank
Timmy,
you.
goodbye. And
Sean.
I don't know who else is there. Whoever jumped on, say hi to him for me. But catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.
Okay, cool. Bye. And yeah, if
Bye-bye.
you need to reach out anytime later, always welcome on the show. Hey, Private Gentleman.
Private Gentleman, how are you, sir?
How are you? How are you, everybody? Yeah. Just been out to dinner, but thank you.
I'm okay.
Were we talking? We were talking boob jobs, were we, a minute ago?
Yeah, you know that AP that I showed yesterday.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up again, because it's horrible. What they done to the AP is horrible. I don't know how AP is going to deal with this, but this is a disaster. Okay, look, they got this cut that's going through the movement. Clearly the movement was finished and done with correctly, and then this cut was made. And but for which reason, nobody can tell. I'm looking at this to me, you know how when they get the boob job, there's like multiple ways. There's a good way to do it, kind of they go through here, like it's kind of somehow
it's called under the muscle or over the muscle.
Okay,
and then you can have the teardrop shape or the rounded ones. I should know because my partner had it done, and yeah, and she looks absolutely marvelous in her figure.
That's the better way to go, right? Because this is like doing it here, underneath. That's like not a great. This is like a scar from a really bad boob job.
No, I paid double the fee.
To do it properly.
Than the cheaper alternatives, because my wife was complaining that she looked like a boy, and for years. And I turned around one night and I said, I fancy getting a couple of bits done myself. And then she turned around and said to me, I've always wanted it done. And I looked at her. I've been with her 15 years, and I thought, oh, really? Yeah. That's interesting. And you can always tell when my wife wants something, because there's like the intent. She never asks for anything at all, and then her face just changed, So I said, okay, and she came back absolutely. I remember going to a holiday complex we have in the United Kingdom called the Centre Park. It's quite expensive. Mm-hmm. It's all under a big dome, like a sort of futuristic environment. And she went into the pool with this beige-coloured bikini with studs on, and the lifeguards were standing there with their jaw dropped out, and but it was done subtly. The surgeon refused to do a job that was out of character to the body.
Right. Yeah, it has to be done proportional. Sometimes, when they go too big.
I'm very au fait with plastic surgery, so it's not an issue, because
there's nothing wrong as long as it's done tastefully and kind of the right way.
Oh yeah, she looks marvelous. But you know the
Okay. Can I ask like how much something like that cost you?
yeah, you can go to London, and there's
Mhm.
a well-known company there that does it, and lots of people go there. It's a bit like having the hair and teeth procedures in Turkey in
Yes,
the
Canadian
in
Watch
the
Monkey's friend, I
yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
Was
yeah, it's similar to that. There's a guy, there's a team in London that does it for $3,500.
three
But I
thousand
will,
five. That's
yeah,
reasonable.
but
Uh huh.
I'll be honest with you. There has been one or two issues because they do so many of them there,
Oh,
and of course you only hear about the negative
right.
situations and not the positive ones. Now I went to a private hospital about 30 miles outside London. It was expensive, and this guy was the best in the business, and he charged me in your money 7,000.
Ooh, 7,000. That's
Yeah,
okay. That's double.
yeah,
Seven
yeah.
thousand pounds. But for a good
No,
job, I
no,
think listen,
no. It was 5,800 UK.
5,800 UK. That sounds actually quite reasonable for proper
Yeah,
job, of
yeah. But I
course.
mean, she looks amazing, absolutely amazing. And uh, I'm not really into um, I don't want to be rude, so I'm not going to say anything else. Yeah, okay, yeah. So
Okay.
that's all right. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I don't think there's
She wanted it done, and you know and that was it really. I couldn't really convince her any other way. I did stop her at one point and say no,
Mhm.
and then she got a little bit sort of depressed about that. So I thought, okay, this is something serious. So she had to have it done, really. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well,
been
some
marvelous,
well,
totally
listen,
marvelous.
if she felt like it needs to be done, it needs to be done.
Yeah.
The roommate, she, in a lot of Koreans, they get job, get very
Oh,
early
okay.
in
Yeah,
life.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Have we lost him? Because I know he doesn't like plastic
like
surgery,
breast.
does he?
Oh,
So,
oh, did you say he doesn't like plastic surgery?
yeah, a few weeks ago he said he prefers the non enhanced ladies. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. Well, listen, it's all in moderation. Maybe he's talking about like sometimes it's overdone, um, unnecessarily, unfortunately.
yeah,
Uh, and I think, listen, if there's something you always wanted, there's nothing wrong with it. But I would recommend like what you did, right? Save a little bit more money, get it done properly. Don't cheap out and try. There's no point of doing a cheap job
yeah.
because it's just you only get one shot at this. If they cut
Yeah,
you up and you got weird
no, no,
scars.
no. It's not as bad as people make it out. That as long as you don't go, she only went 2 sizes up, or in her case, 3 sizes up. And but if you go crazy, then you get into problems. But my wife has a problem with anaesthesia
Mm-hmm.
because her blood pressure is so low. And the only negative point was that I paid for the best anaesthetist.
Oh,
Um, in the area. He was in the top three,
yes.
and he told me that there would be no problems in bringing her out of anaesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I did pay this guy a lot of money for the work he did, and he said he was going to use the best quality drugs on her and everything. And there was a problem with bringing my wife out of the
Oh no.
anaesthetic. Yeah, she had developed a problem, and he had to revert back to the old system.
Jeez.
So I was pretty angry with him at the
Yeah.
time, But yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That was the only negative side. The hospital was fabulous. It's like a hotel, and the food was great. And but my advice is you have to pay.
Yeah, and is this
Don't.
something that the UK is known for? Like, is that where they
Oh yeah,
do
they
good
they
work?
do they do yeah they do 50,000 a year in the UK.
Oh, okay.
You
I
know
think
that,
United States is best known for their hip replacement surgeries. I guess Turkey,
yeah.
people we're saying is the hair
Yeah,
implants,
yeah.
and UK for the breast augmentation. Hey, got roommate in the chat. Hey, roommate, how's it going? Hopefully, she's not gonna ask me for a breast enhancement surgery because I just paid for the mattress. Cost me $4,000. All the money gone. Thank you, roommate. Saying good evening. I'm just joking. But you know,
So,
like private gentleman, am I crazy or because look, I wasn't even the one who brought this up. It was King Flum on Instagram, but
uh-huh.
I 100% agree with him. If and I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I know that if luckily I'm not the buyer of this watch, but if I bought this watch prior from this being pointed out to me, I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be furious because this looks horrible. This looks like a cut in a really bad boob job.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't equate it to that because the incision they make under the lower area is about 2 to 3 inches long. So and it's concealed.
Well, this is watch equivalent. Watch
Yeah.
equivalent. This is watch
What model of
equivalent
what
2 to
model
3
of watch
inches.
is? Yeah, what model of watch is this?
This is a $100,000 double balance AP
Right. And
41
is this a standard factory installation or is it a
standard factory. The latest, greatest release from them. What they're advertising it as one of their biggest skeletonized watches.
mm,
But this cut that we're pointing out is clearly have been done after the movement was finished. It's like they finished the movements, okay? And then when they installed them, they realized something is not working. Okay, something I think when these movements were finished and upon installation, I believe that this part that they so sloppily cut out interfered with the watch's performance. I think there has to have been some reason for them to take and remove this part, but it looks horrible. And I think maybe they thought they could get away with it. Like there could have been like a flaw with the movement with the way if this has not been cut away. Like maybe it wasn't working properly or it interfered somehow with other parts of the movement. But this is not right.
yeah, I mean what intelligence information did you get on that, or is it a personal opinion and perception?
Personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just looking here because I know, like you could clearly see it. Look. Like if this is big enough, right? If you're following along here, right, you'll be able to see certain things. Like if you look, we look here. I don't know where. If you follow me, where I'm drawing on the screen, this is hand beveled actually because this is an inner corner. So there was someone with a file working this corner away. And then we can see this abruptly ends here and it's cut. And this cut is so precise. It's an oval shaped cut.
Right.
You can see exactly, you see when I highlight it, you'll see exactly the shape of this cut. Oh, unfortunately but you can see the area that I'm highlighting.
That looked understandable. Yeah.
This looks like it was done with the drill. Like they put a drill that had this type of a diameter. Okay, look, see this, see the red circle I did? They put a drill inside here and just went like this and buzzed this area away. Because look how perfect this is. See, they just cut this away, this material. And whatever was here, which was probably bridges, there was probably a bridge here going this way. There was another bridge going this way, around. There was something going on here. But whatever it was, you can no longer see it because it was just buzzed away like this.
Can you tell the audience and me what is this part of the movement here? What is the functionality of this piece here?
Well, we wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, it's pinion. It holds some pins together. As you can see, we got cogs underneath. We've got, so see, this is a
Okay.
cog. There's another cog held by a ruby here.
Yes,
Okay.
right. Okay.
And there's another cog held by a ruby here at
Yes.
in this corner, right? So you got 1 cog, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
and now this one is actually, there's nothing here. This is just
Yeah.
a whole cutaway.
The pixelation of this photo is a little bit confusing.
Yeah,
That's all.
I had to unfortunately zoom in pretty close to see this.
Yeah, sure. I understand. Yeah. Oh dear. Actually, as speaking as a formal metal worker, I was pretty good at it at school. Even even this working down the sides here, to the left, this long curved bar, the finishing of that doesn't appear, in my opinion, to be of their usual standard either.
No, you could clearly see it. Look, there was something here. There's this bridge is turning and it's polished. This is a polished area. You can see here, polished area going into this corner. And then this area is just cleanly cut off with what seems like they took a drill, this kind of diameter, and they were told this entire area needs to be gone. And they just buzzed it away. I think they made all these movements, right? And there was some type of a fundamental flaw. The movement wasn't working properly with this area existing, and they had to cut it away. And I think they probably made 200 or 400 of these movements, and they were on the clock, and they were just like, okay, you know what? We'll just shave it away, and let's just hope nobody notices it. Just get rid of this. The interference. There's some kind of interference.
Yeah. Just a message to Dingo Dave there. Yeah, I'm happy to get drunk with you anytime. By all means, share company with you. But by all means, 100%. Thank you. Yeah, that's quite sad. To get a determination like that. That leads me to thinking about going back to Sergio Perestroika and asking him for his opinion. And it's a shame we can't even ask Alex about his opinion on that particular part of the movement as well, speaking from a watchmaker's point of view. That would be quite interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting to get his opinion, especially if we could get one of these watches under a microscope.
Yeah,
and,
they're using electron microscopes now in horology, especially at the authorized dealerships, quite more abundantly and appropriately. That seems to be a working tool now amongst them, especially when they're checking for authentication.
Mm-hmm. And this area, private gentleman, this area stands out so much from the rest of the movement. Once you know where this is, you can't get it out of your mind because you can see it.
No,
finish.
You can get you can get a bit. I totally agree. So sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
You can get finicky with it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But zooming back away from the movement into this level of pixelation here, say even closer about here, that your average collector enthusiast wouldn't be able to pick up on that. You would have to be massively, attentive to detail to be able to have picked that out,
Well, the problem is that this is a skeletonized movement. It's a movement that will be that's designed to be observed, right? People who will watch probably will have loops. I bet they won't be able to see this on their first first time they're looking at this. It's one of those things, it's very easy to miss, but once you see it, you cannot unsee it. This cannot be unseen. I'm dreaming about this part, I get nightmares about the 10 o'clock at the new Audemars Piguet, because this is an expensive watch. This is $100,000 private jet, $100K, man.
Yeah. I mean, that watch looks absolutely. I mean, I don't do very much hoterology,
Mm.
but that to me, as soon as you hit me with that, especially in the gold finish in
Mhm.
the central part there, absolutely did have that jumped out at me, that watch. But
Mm.
I'm not a very good AP Automobile fan. But that my best mate he loved them. He had a Royal Oak, and but that is lovely. But 100,000, that's not 100,000's worth of loveliness to me. I'm afraid. Sorry, my opinion. But that is a lovely piece. But I was going to say, 50, 60, but $100,000. I presume that's AD price, is it?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
probably going to
that's
go above retail
yeah.
if
Well, yeah. I mean,
if they decide to
yes.
actually go through with this and try selling them.
Not in my lifetime, I'm afraid. For me, thank you. Oh, it's just way over ballpark. But someone will gladly buy that and absolutely enjoy and love that piece.
Sure.
By all means, yeah, 100%. And I can appreciate that. And I would be happy to eat, stand at a bar, have a smoke, have a drink with somebody who's wearing that, and be quite proud that I'm speaking to somebody who owns a watch like that and enjoying an evening. By all means, I mean, just look at it. That speaks volumes. But it's a shame that you've picked out a foible in it.
It wasn't me, but once it was
Oh,
shown
okay.
to me, I couldn't unsee it. I'm 100% on board with the guy who discovered this.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Best of luck
I
to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they fucked it up. I think this movement is flawed, and I think AP basically they found the mistake way too late, and instead of scrapping the movement, I think they probably created 400, 500 of these movements by the time they realized that these parts don't fit together. Maybe they
Mm.
had the like a different design for this, and somewhere it got mixed up, and
Mhm.
they went with the wrong bridge, and in the end, to try and salvage the movements without having to resort to completely remaking all these bridges, they decided to just, okay, this is like a fix on. I don't know, is there any other product that had something similar, like there was some kind of mistake, and in the first production run they didn't see it,
I
and
mean, to be truthful, it happens in anything. In my opinion, anything and everything. You just you would be surprised with anything you buy. I mean, I remember watching a car show where they stripped apart a Lamborghini, very old Lamborghini, and they had to get a spare part for the cable to the clutch assembly,
Mhm.
and they went to a factory to get a bespoke part made up for them because it wasn't off the shelf available anymore. And the engineer said that the screw threads to the connectors were straight out of the Italian parts bin, weren't any particular dimensions or size of any regulation standard. Now that was on a fancy Lamborghini, classic Lamborghini of the 1970s.
Yeah.
You'll get that anywhere. I mean, I had to back off my Alpha today, and you would be because the crash repair had to be done. A mobile guy came down, stripped the car. You'd be surprised what's going on underneath there. You know,
Oh, I know a
all
lot of brands share parts, right? Like
they
they'll
do. Yeah,
yeah.
they do 100%. Yes, you're 100% right. But you'll get the same in neurology.
E. Stewart Hall says, "Is Tim just making stuff up? I wish I was making shit up. But you can't make this stuff up.
Humble
Honestly,
opinion. It's a humble opinion. Yeah,
yeah,
we got it.
exactly. This is my humble opinion based on seeing seeing how watches get finished for 3 years. I mean, you can clearly see it. Look, you can clearly see it. This curve right here on this is picture from Hodinkee or monochrome. Direct picture. This is final product, how it looks like. You could clearly see, hey, look, see there's a black polish. This area is polished. It goes up to here, and then it gets suddenly cut out. Look, and this curve here is unnatural. Because if this was a bridge, then this could have been just finished like this. Unfortunately, this is some kind of a Frankenfuck. Okay, aftermarket after job. They fucked this up. Look, this should have been this bridge. Like this bridge should have looked like this if this was normal job. Okay, but it's obvious that this curves here. It goes. This curve goes north, and then there was a curve coming here. And then something happened. This area was cut out. This oval area was cut out for a mysterious reason. Something wasn't working. I mean, come on. It's you. Anybody who's watching this could clearly see it. I mean, come on, guys. Look, you could see it, and this is repeated on every single one of these movements. This is extremely suspicious. And it just looks ugly. Like, why wouldn't they finish this movement? Obviously, this hole, okay, was put on after watch was finished. Like, once all the polishing was done, then they realized, oh shit, this area has to go. And they took all those finished movements. It's order of operations, guys. And they took and they drilled it off, and that's why you got this oddball corner. Look, why is this? Why does this watch have finish that goes this way? Then there's a weird spike here. Then it dips down, comes back up, and goes this way. What kind of a bridge is this? And you could clearly see that this area has been just chopped out. So. Okay, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, but I want to know. I am fucking curious. In my opinion, if you're spending $100,000 on the watch, the movement should at least be finished properly. They could smooth all this out.
Yeah, to settle the matter, we need an aficionado to come on board and give us an additional point of view.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some professionals. That's a good point. Maybe I'll get some professionals. Yeah. Get some people to interview. For example, this area right here looks too thin, even. Over here. Well, sorry. Pen. This area now is too thin. Right? Look, like that's compromised. This bridge has no strength.
That's what I was talking to you about when I first mentioned that whole strip along there.
Yeah.
That piece there worried me, that even, because when you make a chamfered bevel edge there, you're making like a track effect along there, and that means taking even more stuff out of there. So what strengthening process have they actually put in that? Was it convexed? Was it convex, concaved, and can always forget now, the dip in there,
Exactly. They just cut it out by the looks. After all the work was done, they cut it out without caring for those parts. And then look at this part over here. See, they got very lucky, actually. Oops, sorry. They got very lucky that this curve over here has any material left to work with. Like, look how thin the area is over here. It's so crazy thin. It's barely touching. And this corner is also barely touching. There's no material left here at all. And by the way, this corner here as well. It's just, yeah. Anyways, look. It's made of gold too, so it's soft. It probably has very little strength now. I don't know. It looks compromised, and also the finish underneath is extremely distracting. Having 5 circles back to back. What is this? Audi? The fuck? I mean, is this AP or Audi? What are we driving here? Come on. Like,
or were they influenced by crop circles?
it just, yeah, right. It draws too much attention to itself. Even if they find a way to justify it and say, well, this is our design. If you don't like it, go F yourself. Go buy another brand. Okay, fair enough. But like, even from a design perspective, like, in good design, no area should draw too much attention to itself. And making such a strong pattern visible on the dial, it just draws all your attention to it, and it's actually very distracting. The more I look at the watch, even like, for example, okay, let's just go back to the regular full image here. See, let's say you look at the dial, you can't not see this area here at 10 o'clock. That's just, it's so, it just draws way too much attention to. No other part in the movement is so symmetrical, right? All other curves are very well done, and there's no straight lines on the except hand.
To be truthful, in this distance and pixelation, that you can't pick that up even if I widen the screen here on my end on my pad. I'm on my pad at the moment.
Well, I could see. I mean, look, it helps them that the hour hand is covering it up.
The 10 o'clock position is in the way. I mean, to me, it looks good. So what have we got here?
Let's see. Let's look at it from a different. Okay, so see, from this angle again, it's covered up, but you could see how different this area is from any other area in the watch. No other area is like finished like that. It's odd. It's really odd looking. Like, you see, it's just.
I mean, to be truthful, from my untrained eye, I wouldn't have been able to pick it out. So
okay. No, that's why I'm pointing this out. Yeah, that's why I feel like, I figured, hey, I'll point this out because I think other people will not, and they probably won't care. But I think if you're going to be spending $100K on the watch, this is unacceptable in my opinion. So I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see how this story develops, because I don't think, I'm not the one who discovered this. It's somebody else. And this story is gaining traction, and we'll see. We'll see if AP will ever make a statement. Probably won't.
Are we allowed to disclose the origin of the revelation?
Oh yeah. No. We're allowed. I promoted them. Here you go. You could see it. It's King Flum on Instagram.
Okay. And who is? Can you enlighten myself and others who King Flum is?
Who is King Flum? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a watch guy, I guess. He's a watch guy. He comments on a lot of watch stuff. It doesn't really say anything about. Let's see here. So, screw down. Okay.
Is it possible to get King Flum on the show at all? Make contact.
Oh, good question. I don't know. I can message him. Never even thought of it, but
that would be helpful. Yeah,
he on Instagram actually comments a lot on all the goings on. See, his Bernard Arnault takes stake in the luxury rival Richemont to offset the service charges on his Alangians on the watches. Wait, did he actually get a stake in Richemont? That's crazy. Okay, well, see, like he comments on a lot of stuff going on in the luxury world.
Well, let's try and invite him on board for a one-off and hear it from the main person's mouth.
Yeah,
we don't know whether this is a he or a she or whatever.
Okay. Okay, he's just doing too much Hawk 2. It's overplayed, guys. It's too late. If you missed it on the day one, unfortunately, it's too late. But yeah. I'll reach out. I'll send him a text. Here we go. Let's see. What does he say about Rechepi? Okay. Oh, is it gonna load? What the hell? Okay, my thing is not working for some reason. Instagram is fucked. Come on. Okay, here we go. When an authorized dealer or independent watchmaker refuses to give you an allocation, it often helps to look at them through a fork and pretend they're in jail. Interesting. Authorized dealer or an independent watchmaker refuse. I mean, listen, that's kind of what these guys did, right? LVMH and Ben Clymer got both got an allocation and a collab. So it's you eat or you be eaten, right? Crazy stuff. Okay, well, listen, guys. Let me know in the chat. Do you care about this weird cutout? I know that AP is, it's not a lot of people going to be buying AP. Nobody, I think, in this watch community will be buying this particular watch. But imagine if this was a different brand and the watch that you were actually trying to buy. Would you want to see some kind of a weird thing? In my opinion, this kind of ruins it. So let's see it. Let's answer some of the chats here. We got Black Dial says, I won't even care if King Charles III had discovered. Jesus. Okay. Duncan. Hey, Duncan. Good morning. Good morning, watch. PayPal. Got Dingo Dave in the chat. How's it going there, buddy? Black Dial continues, says, I rarely visit an AD with a fork in my hand. Well, you should. It's or maybe they'll say you tried to stick the place up. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, if I had the money, I would buy it just so I could go back in and complain endlessly to the AD. All the ADs forever, if you think about it, it's worth it. They have to listen to you after you buy it. Yo. Oh man, you could really give a big headache to these ADs. Now is the time. Like if some AP customers had beef with the AD and they wanted to give them a bit of a taste of their own medicine, this could be a great thing to complain about. Imagine the sales associates will literally lose their mind. Like arguing about a little cutout. Are you kidding me? At 10 o'clock, it doesn't look natural. What can we do about it? It's fucked. It's already produced 500 pieces with this movement. That means they will have to remake this entire bridge. It will cost them millions. Dave F451 says, maybe AP produced this watch to take the emphasis off the Travis Scott Cactus Jack watch. Hey, actually, that Cactus Jack watch, I didn't mind it. Okay, let's talk some new watches. You guys want to talk about the new watch releases? The Chopard released 2 new pieces. Kind of, hey, these are cool. I don't mind them. Chopard, they're making, they're actually trying to get into a competitive watch space. Like they're trying to compete against the big boys. I feel like for a long time they were just kind of making watches in isolation, but now it looks like they want to take a stab at AP, Patek, and Vacheron. Like they look at this micro rotor. The finish is very similar to like a Patek 5712 micro rotor. It's got this very cool guilloche on the micro rotor. The micro rotor is gold. It's just everything. All the stripes align perfectly. There's gold inlay. There's tons of text. It looks cool. Oh, speaking of cool, hey Tim G, your camera is on.
Oh, that's true. Wow. Thank God for a little blockage, huh?
Hmm.
So let's give some love to Chopard. I'll give you the reason why.
Yeah, you like Chopard?
Yeah, I like them. I actually do like them. One of the reasons why you should give love to Chopard is the LUC, which I'm sure this is an LUC model, which is their high-end model. It's their Cadillac, like GM being a Cadillac. They're all Geneva seal. So
Right.
basically, that's like a big deal because
It's like hey, Patek doesn't want to make watches with Geneva steel. Well, hold my beer. We'll do it. Right? This
I
is
don't
like
know.
what.
Hold on, does this have a Geneva
Oh,
seal?
wait a second. No, this doesn't have a Geneva seal.
Oh, so no, it doesn't have a Geneva
Does it?
seal. No, I don't see it.
It doesn't. Oh no, it doesn't.
All right, so they saved themselves like $3,000. Okay,
Oh.
on each watch.
What is it still? Well, it might not have the seal, but could it be still finished to the same standard or similar?
I don't know, but it's not an LUC either. It looks like.
No, it is LUC. On the rotor, it says LUC.
Yep.
And here it says
Wow.
LU
Okay,
Chopard.
they cut that back. Okay.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe they cut the price. Let's see it.
I've been told if it has a Geneva seal, it's between $2,000 to $7,000 each watch for that stamp.
Oh, fuck. That's a $12,000 watch.
That's the reason why it doesn't have the Geneva seal.
Oh my god.
Because they would cost $20,000. That's a good deal, you know.
That's crazy.
That's a good deal.
Okay, one is 10 and the other one is 20.
Okay,
So I think this one with LUC on the, I think this is a platinum rotor. It's got
so
something else.
that's a Fourier movement. So that's the same movement that Piaget uses, and that's the same movement that AP used to use on some of their stuff, and that was the same movement that Cartier uses. So that Fourier. So what they did was Richemont took the Richemont movement and threw it in here, and this is the low end LUC.
So I guess sorry. So this is the 10,000, and then this one is 20,000 with the
That's
gold.
a good deal. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, it's a good deal.
I think this is the best finished movement at that price point.
Yeah, I sort of like the Fourier movement. You don't like this, but the Vacheron 1956, their low end 1956 movement is also nice. It's also a Fourier movement. Also Cartier movement. I mean, so basically what they're doing now is Richemont's pulling from their
other suppliers. They're starting to mix and match movements with other brands within the house.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
It's ultimately was going to come to this, right? The Richemont in the end, they'll have one central hub where they make watches, where all the watchmakers are, where all the watches are made, and then they're just the each individual brand. There's just going to be like maybe a case manufacturer or just a design house.
Yeah, they'll
all in-house.
Vacheron and Lange obviously hasn't gone that route, but Vacheron pretty much has all their own stuff. But the low end 1956 has a Fourier movement.
Yeah, because Vacheron makes a lot of from.
And I got to tell you something. The Chronos from AP before they put in the 1156 movement for the. The code movement for the Chrono, that was a Fourier movement too. So I mean, Fourier makes pretty good movements. I mean, they're like the Vacher or Vacheray or Vacher.
But they're owned by Richemont, right?
Yeah, they're owned by Richemont, but basically they're right across. There's a little house right across the way from where Piaget is. So Piaget has this like a huge house, like a huge French sort of house in Switzerland. Mm-hmm. And then right across the way is this little house, which is the same sort of architecture that they make movements. And that's where Fourier makes their movements. So technically they're sort of in-house, and technically they're sort of out. They're not. Okay.
I see. Huh.
I mean, if you Google Piaget like location, you'll see the house. It's a beautiful little place. Someday you should go out there and visit, like you should with every, like supposedly that AP, the AP factory and everything else is gorgeous too. So I haven't done that, but I've been to Piaget, I've been to Patek, been to Rolex here.
Yeah. Is it all in Le Chute de France?
Sort of.
One of those,
Sort of. It's all in the French area. Yeah, there it is, right there. So the little house, like on the right there,
yeah,
is where they make the movements.
it's crazy. It looks very nondescript. Actually, there's
And that's typical Swiss, and that's typical, how I like it.
It's just in the middle of the woods in nature. Look at the fog. Holy crap!
Nice.
Look at that.
But I got to tell you, that's a nice movement, good looking movement without being a.
Looks really Soviet, kind of.
Yeah. It's Swiss.
It's all made by hand. Oh my God! Look at those meadows.
Well, the place on the left is their movement.
It's beautiful. Look at that. Tall ceilings. This is one of those dust-proof buildings.
I actually really like Piaget a lot.
No, the Piaget is like.
When you get older, you'll get sick of every other brand, and you'll start looking at Piaget.
It's really advanced engineering at Piaget. It's just unfortunate that it's really fragile, I think, because they focus on this micro thin.
Yeah, very thin movements. That's what they've always been known for.
Yeah, and unfortunately, those are very hard to manufacture, and they're not as reliable as if you go slightly thicker, like with Rolex.
Yeah,
whoa. Kleiner Hund says, "Hey Tim, do you want to do a quick Tudor unboxing?" Of course, I'd love a Tudor unboxing. Bring it on, man. You want to join us on the stream? The link is in the chat. A private gentleman is a huge Tudor enthusiast. I have a Tudor Black Bay 54.
Private gentleman is the guru in Tudor because he's got so many Tudors that he knows what's going on.
Yeah, hi. Just, I'm sorry, I'm still here. My son's flapping over his iPad 10 with his electronic pen, so I'm just trying to combobulate with both of you while I'm here. But yeah, Tudor unboxing. Yeah, is he going to come on and revelate for us at all? Oh wow,
he's free to hop on. Oh yeah. I figured while we're waiting for him. Speaking of Tudor.
It's got the Pink Panther, has he?
Yeah, the Pink Panther is available for 16,800 on David SW. And get this, guys, Bark and Jack made a video it's kind of a collage video where he talks about multiple topics, and one of the topics he brings up is this pink Tudor. And it's really funny that he then brings up BQ Watches listing on eBay and says how it's way too expensive. By the way, Green Ale, thank you so much for being member for 18 months. As Tim,
he's absolutely correct. IFF. It's two of the people mentioned it in the chat, but that's absolutely correct. It's actually
Wrong Ferrier.
It's Val Fourier. Yeah.
Chopard uses Qualite Fourier quality seal, which is qualification higher than the Geneva seal. Hold on a second.
No, I don't know if that's right, but you're absolutely correct. Both Green Ale and you're absolutely correct. And someone else mentioned it. Hold on, so I can give them credit where credit is due.
Got to give the people credit where the credit is due. Okay.
Where Tim G just totally effed up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Which is common.
Okay. So they're saying this one has
Black Dials. Thank you, Black Dials.
Okay, wait. Which one has better finish then? This one?
No, the Geneva seal is what you want. I mean, you really want the Geneva seal.
Okay, but between these two, we don't have a Geneva seal.
Come back. I mean, come on the stream and argue with me.
Hold on. Let's. I want to put these two side by side. Let's see which one, and we'll have people vote which one is better finished while we wait on the Tudor unboxing. Let's see. Oh, all right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Similar area. Two very similar movements. Maybe I have to zoom this one a little bit more. Okay. There we go. From this distance. Okay. Let's do it. Which has better finish? Left or right? Better finish.
I mean, they look identical, don't they?
They're $10,000 apart. One of these is $10,000, and the other one is $20,000. I'm not sure which one. I'm gonna look into.
I think the one on the right is more money because that looks like a gold. I mean, the finish looks a little bit stronger, doesn't it? Or maybe it's just a picture.
But you know what? Like
the one with the gold rotor.
Gold rotor. Well, you would think that because of the gold rotor, maybe this is the more expensive one. But what if the gold rotor is stamped? And because for example, look at this little part here in the top right corner, right? There's the same part is also on the left.
I believe JMB. He says the gold rotor fully engraved.
Fully engraved. You think that's why?
I do believe him. He's a smart guy.
Okay, but look at this part, for example. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this part over here in the top right corner. Top right corner. You see, there's on the left one it's polished, but on the right one it's kind of brushed. It doesn't look as nice. There's also, well, they both have the gold chaton, right? And the one on the left has the Fleurier. Like the one on the left has Q Fleurier. The one on the right doesn't have any.
And the one on the left is $10,000 cheaper.
I'm really confused.
No, I think so.
Well, we'll find out in a second. I'll look up. I'll find out exactly which one is which. But meantime, try to guess, guys. APIZ, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. A private gentleman, what is your next watch?
Yeah, my next watch would be the monochrome.
Oh, a monochrome. Nice. That's the Humble Pine.
The Humble Pine is the monochrome, or let's think. I possibly might be getting a Black Bay Pro in 1 or 2 weeks. That's still under negotiation. I'm looking to try to get that at 2/3 of the recommended retail price at the moment.
Nice.
I'm not really keen.
Nice.
I'm not really keen. Yeah, thank you, Tim. Thanks. No, a little bit apprehensive because that's at 39. That's the only 39mm that I'll have in the pack. I have been toying with the idea of getting a Panerai for my water-based watch. I haven't got any water-based watches now at the moment. I've got rid of them all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Tudor heavy completely, GMT chronograph, and I'm thinking of going down Panerai for the water-based watch, just one of those.
That would be great. Yes, I like that idea. You're an Italian man. You need an Italian watch. You need an Italian experience.
I want to be a Paneristi, so get the odd free coffee out of them every now and then when I'm on holiday over there. That'd be handy. But I'm Tudor heavy, so. Yeah, Black Bay Pro, and I'm after the monochrome. Obviously, I'd love a Pink Panther. I did joke with one of the girls down at Rolex headquarters in Kent the other day about it, but I think you've got more chance of having a dance with the king than getting a Pink Panther at the moment. So it's quite sad, really. But they've played it right. It's a fantastic, great chronograph to have. But I think it's the beginning of a number of new ventures that they're going to do. It gives me the impression, humble opinion, it gives me the impression that they're going to go into limited edition pieces of about 1,000. I think the Pink Panther could be one of them. I think they're going to.
I think they botched the PRX release because first they came out with Tudor. What was it? Is it PRX? No, the one. Oh, sorry, FXD. No, not the PRX. FXD.
FXD, yeah.
They came out with FXD. It was incredible. It was really hot watch. But then they made it less special, but just pumping them out endlessly. And they...
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. They pumped out the 22, the MN22 and the MN23, but they didn't on the MN21. And it was their MN Marine Nationale 21 that had the $10,000 hype prices.
Yeah, but they should have ended after 21.
Oh, okay, yeah. Correct. Anybody wants to correct me out there, by all means. But the MN21 FXD, the blue one for the Marine Nationale, went to, you know, name your price levels. So
they were extremely hard to get back in the day. I remember it was such a hot, really sought after watch because it was the only one commercially available watch that didn't have the spring bars. You had to use a NATO strap, and it had those thick lugs.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was like, why would you ever make a watch like this?
This is
for enthusiasts.
100%. And the critique is that those who haven't got the MN21 wanted the 25500TN ETA version so that they can alter the straps. And they get the best of both worlds. They get the FXD looking watch with the capability of changing the straps. I agree with that. You know, I had a guy who contacted me and he offered me an MN22 FXD, the Marine Nationale Blue year 22, for a 25500TN. And yeah, he was, you know, he said that was the way he wanted to go. Had he got the 21, he'd have kept it. But then those who collected the 21 and then got the 22, they're trying to, some of them are trying to chop the 22 for the earlier ETA to get the full collection. Then, of course, they went to the 23 and then they've got the Navy SEAL job, the black one that came out. So United States Navy SEAL, the American, commemoration watch, which is the same watch, but in a different color scheme.
I think, while we were talking on the stream, I think they came out with another one. Oh, yes, they did. Okay. So this is the latest release. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the poll. All right, I'm going to find out what's the correct answer, and I'll show you the latest release.
How many people voted in the poll? You only had 22 votes.
20 people. I mean, how many do we need? We don't need that many.
We need about 80.
80? Let's
get those bots going from Vietnam and China. Let's go.
I don't do bots. Never did. Never will. Guys, only real people. At least we got hire real people voting.
We have to hire some bots. Okay.
No. I don't like bots. So, guys, don't be a bot. If you're watching the stream with your own two or a single eye, then go into the chat and vote on what do you think has better finish. These are two LUC watches. They were released like last night, and they're literally almost identical watch, except they're claiming that there's two different types of finishes on these, and you have to pay for one $10,000 more than the other one. I think this is such an insane price difference. And I'm not even sure which one to believe. I'm hoping that it's the one on the right that's $10,000 more than the one on the left. But the audience so far, Tim, 30 people almost voted. We got 28 people voted. 64% of the audience seems to believe that it's the one on the left that's better finished because it's got the Q seal. You see, it says Q Fleurier.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's that, or maybe because it's brighter. Somehow this one is finished brighter.
I don't know. I believe it or not, I can't tell.
Look, this says 22K. Maybe it's platinum rotor. Like what is the 22K stands for? I don't know.
It says 22K on the gold LUC. See that little square box under the LUC? It says something there.
Yeah, it says something. I don't know. Oh, it says 22K.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both say 22K. But the one on the left, what is that? White gold? Or is it platinum?
I don't know.
I'm really confused. Whoa! Big donation from my watch channel. Thank you so much for dropping the 10 memberships for the Tim Wright channel.
Oh, superb.
Yeah, he's really cool. I actually, hey, my watch channel, I got it all packed up. I got him I'm getting him a gift. Sending him a watch plus a special picture. I think he'll enjoy it. And I threw in a business card in there as well. Shipping it tomorrow. Okay, I was gonna ship it today, but I had an emergency call. And I was like on the phone for 2 hours. We were discussing this thing that we're gonna break apart tomorrow. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna tell you which one is the better finished one. Just a second. Okay, so they're saying the XPS forest green. So the one in forest green is the $10,000 one, and the forest green one has, let's see it, forest green. Which one has the? Fuck, how do you know? XPS. Oh, okay. Oh, no! That's crazy. Okay. You're not going to believe it.
I'm confused.
Oh, my God. The XPS, this one, that's the cheaper one. The one with the gold rotor is the cheaper one. And the one with this kind of a nasty rotor is actually the more luxuriously finished one. The polishing on that little part, I guess, was the giveaway. I don't know what to make of this, heads or tail. But the audience was right. The one on the left was the correct choice. Thank you guys so much for playing. I'm gonna end the vote here. We got Kleiner Hunt. Kleiner Hunt, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Hey, well, not much. Just, yeah.
Mr. Kleiner, how are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you doing?
Doing okay.
I was just excited to show my new purchase.
Yeah. By the way, before you show the purchase, let's set it up a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been watching the show? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I've been watching for a couple of years. Usually don't really get into chat and whatnot. I don't really have anything particularly important to say, and it's your show, so I come here to listen to you. A lot of respect for you. I think I came across your channel from Oshin's channel.
Oh, cool.
Originally.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a pretty beginner at this. I've been into watches before, and I had like some Tissot and stuff, nothing crazy. And then I kind of go back into the hobby about 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so
and I'm kind of
previously, and then did you got out of watches? You want to tell us a little bit about like what watches you had and what's in your collection now?
Well, I had some Tissots in the past. My mother famously, the last thing she gave me was a Seiko, which unfortunately I don't have anymore. It's in my grandmother's house back in Italy.
Oh, you have to get it back. now. We'll send the
I
sheep.
will at one point.
We'll send the sheep to get it for you, retrieve it.
Yeah, my grandmother will have a heart attack.
Anche solo italiano?
Sì, sono italiano, però abito a Georgia, negli Stati Uniti.
Ah, va bene. Io solo italiano, mia famiglia origina solo di Vicenza.
Vicenza's not far from where I'm from. I'm from about 40-minute drive northeast of Venice originally.
Ah, va bene, Trieste.
It's Treviso.
Ok, yeah. Io nato solo in Inghilterra. Sono
Team looks
nazionalista.
really confused.
No, I don't speak Italian.
No, I'll translate.
We do have Italian audience.
And I don't even know Italian. But no, this is good. This is the Italian show. Let's keep on going,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, sorry.
Let me-
Yeah,
let me-
brother, my friend. Thank you.
Let me help Tim. Привет, как дела?
Oh, okay. Привет.
This man's got tape. He's Italian and he's a Tudor fan.
Can we
Nico,
see this?
Dude,
Yeah, bring
So
it closer. Oh, this is it.
This is what I'm trying to replace for my daily wear. This is
I like it a lot.
I'm sorry about my camera work. It's really unprofessional.
No, it's actually really nice. Yeah, you could bring it up very close because you got like a to the left a little bit. Oh, to the right. To the right.
Who's
sorry.
left exactly?
Oh, exactly.
I wish I could
Okay.
zoom in a little bit. Anyways,
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
There you go.
Perfect.
I like that watch a lot.
This is one of my favorite Zens.
so this is the U50 tegimented all black.
Nice.
I have the tegimented bracelet because I'm a sick man. But I like to wear it on this NATO. It's a little Barker Jack because I'm a bit of a fanboy of the YouTube people.
Yeah, well, he has nice straps actually.
This is very comfortable for daily wear. It's really hot in Georgia. Bella, it's a U50.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I don't know if you can see it.
A lot. Yeah, we see it well. I like it a lot. I actually, that's a great daily and a great everything.
Don't get rid of that.
I don't mean to turn it into a watch my collection thing, but this is
actually,
the other.
What else you got? Ooh, okay.
That's nice too. But that's like pretty big. Is that like a 43, 44 millimeter?
No. They're both the same size.
Okay.
They're both 40s. 40 by 47.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why manufacturers don't mention the lug to lug or the lug length as opposed to the lug width. They're both equally useful, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the water resistance on either of those?
So this is 200 and this is 500.
Holy
The U50 is 500, and it's great because it's really thin. As you can see, it's under 12, I think.
Wow. Okay, really nice.
But it's solid. Just the head itself is pretty heavy. But again, on the NATO for daily wear, it's pretty great.
Have you scratched it anywhere that I can see?
Actually, no. Despite my trying, I've been wearing this nonstop since January. This has been my daily since January. I actually fell off my motorcycle with this.
Oh wow!
Shit.
And not a scratch.
It's beautiful. I actually like these watches. Always have.
What kind of motorcycle?
It's a little fast, but I mean, it's an SW movement, so.
Kind of motorcycle. He must be riding Moto Guzzi, Lavada, Ducati, Aprilia.
No. I have a Kawasaki Ninja 650. I'm a brand new rider. I'm a brand new rider. I just got my license in February.
My wife's brother was a big Kawasaki rider, so I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd like a quicker bike, but right now it's just gonna get me in trouble. Just so, since we like to talk watches, this is another German. This is a Mule Glashütte, the poor man's Glashütte, if you like.
Mule Glashütte. Wow, the logo looks like a Lange Zone with that top line
I don't.
going in the.
Please, Tim, let me know if this is any clear, because
No,
I
No,
live in
no.
darkness, apparently.
No,
maybe
but
you know what?
Tudor
Maybe
is a
we can
full man's
change
watch.
some camera settings here. Let's try. Is this on the triple camera setup?
Yeah, it's on the back of the phone.
Oh no! I mean, in the stream, you joined on the StreamYard, and then when you were choosing the camera, did you choose the triple camera setup? Because there's a drop down menu with the different cameras.
I think I did. I don't know if I can. Let me see. There is more here.
More.
Oh boy, I feel like Daniel Katz now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Camera 2.
Oh, choose triple. Do you see a triple camera?
Camera 2 and 3 facing front. I don't want to face front. Nobody wants to see that.
No, that's correct.
Camera 2, 0 facing back. Camera 2, 2 facing back. What if I try that?
Oh, okay. Oh, this is different. Okay, this one is a little bit more organic, actually. I like this. It's not as wild.
Would you like more light? Would more light help?
Yeah, if you can add more light, it's not gonna hurt.
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah.
Sorry for my amateurness.
No, it's better. And we're gonna also flip the phone. What you need to do.
Can you ask Kleiner what the make of the cases are that he's using? The watch rolls, please.
Oh, I think there's a Mirage.
The Mirage.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
Okay, so let me just explain. Right now, your phone is sitting on the tripod like this. Okay.
I'm sitting on the tripod facing straight down. Yes.
Yeah, you got to face it straight down. Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to take it off the tripod and turn it horizontally so that it flips.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Then put it back on the tripod. That way, it's going to be on
I
the
see.
screen. Yeah.
Just a moment, please.
Put Tim G's boat on the full screen meantime. We got a there we go. We got a super chat from JDMTL. Kleiner Hund on the boxing legend, my friend. Thank you so much, guys. If you enjoyed these streams, you want to support the show, support the unboxings. Now would be the perfect time to super chat your support. I am trying to go to Northern Ireland and do a movie for you guys, an ice bucket challenge. Can you imagine? It'll be fun. Anyways, I'm overselling it.
Go on, Tim. We want you in Italy with Kleiner. Sheen. Come on, Sean.
Yeah.
How in the fuck can I make this work?
Oh, you clicked cam. Stop cam.
Whoop.
It says stop cam. Stop cam. Everybody. A lot of people want. Oh no! It unflipped.
Hello?
Yeah, it unflipped. It went vertical.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can hold it.
No, it should just hold automatically. Once it's vertical.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm on a tripod.
Yeah, I know. It's tripod and it's facing this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look, let me just explain it to you. Yeah, once it's flipped, that's it, and then just put it down, and that's it. You see, it's gonna stay.
How is that?
Huh?
That's good.
It's perfect. That's it.
Good.
Now you don't have
Yeah.
to touch it.
Aha, we're learning.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because accelerometer doesn't really work when the phone is this way. It only works this way or this way. There you go. Just turn the thing. Now we have a full screen. Yeah, perfect. Let's see that Zen again. Oh, so this was the Lange. What was it? You said Lange alternative?
No, this is a Mulek Glasuta.
Mulek Glasuta.
Again, made in Germany. This is
They're really that's
300
actually a really nice watch. There's a this is like Long Island. Someone some retailer in New York sells these. Really
So
nice.
what's interesting is that they take the SW movement, SW200, and then they take it apart.
Wow.
And then they put it back together.
Bring it up a little bit.
Look at the speed of that rotor.
Yeah, right there.
Lovely.
It's actually quite decent finish. Better than the Tissot finish, I would say.
I like it.
It's a higher end, Timmy. It's higher end.
Well, what does one of these cost? Let's see the dial one more time.
Maybe 2,000, less than a little under 2,000, I'm sure.
Oh, this is very clean. No, it's got the triangle like the IWC pilot's watch.
Am
But
I upside down?
yeah, you're upside down.
That's all
Oh
right.
boy.
But
I turn
Hold
my head,
on.
I turn my head around.
How is this? Is this better?
I mean, this is perfect.
Very
Now.
good. Yeah, very, very good.
Now we got it perfectly. I mean, it can't be better than this.
Good looking watch.
Again, I'm sorry, I'm very amateurish, but
Why does that look like a 44 millimeter though?
this is 42. I think it's because the lug to lug is very large.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
This is like a 49,
Okay.
49 and a half.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad. And
But it's built quite well. It's got a nice little rotating bezel with the 15 minutes. It goes both ways because it's 2024.
It's German, so it has to be built well.
It is. I like this company. I like it very much. They used to make originally they used to make naval instruments, and then they started making watches. And then they have another model that's 1,000-meter water resistant that issued to the German Coast Guard for search and rescue.
Wow. Okay. It looks like it's thick too. It looks like it's like a 14 millimeter.
It is, but it doesn't. If you look at it up close, it looks thick. But if you compare it to a 12,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That thick.
Interesting.
they did a really good job with the case back and this mid case. Again, excuse the terminology. I'm quite new. I'm just trying to sound intelligent.
You are. You're very intelligent.
And then the remainder of my collection is in here. Oh, come on, can you see me?
Oh,
Ooh, very cool.
So again,
Omega?
I'm keeping things simple. 2 Omegas.
2 Omegas. Aquaterra.
So I was
300.
thinking about getting, correct. I was thinking about getting a 3rd Omega. Eventually I will. But I wanted to experience something new. I don't want to limit myself to just one brand because I feel like I'm missing out if I do.
It's interesting.
So-
So you like NATO straps, it looks like.
Well, it's summer. It's summer, and I live in Georgia.
Okay.
It was 104 degrees 2 days ago.
Shout out to Georgia.
Oh wait, it's about 1,000,000% humidity. Of course,
right?
I got the Barking Jack. Yes, of course I got the Barking Jack looking one because again I'm a fanboy and I have no personality of my own. I need the internet to tell me how to live my life.
That's a great watch. Oh, you've already scratched the.
Oh, this is well lived.
Yeah.
You know, if I was gonna get a Seamaster, like blue and black
That's the
are
one.
a little bit overdone.
That's
So-
the one.
Yeah.
Here is my opinion. I think the blue is very common, and I think the green is very upper class European. I think this is the quintessential American colors.
Yeah. And they made the
Hold
legibility.
on, I have to do.
really
Tim, I
prominent.
apologize, but I have to do this.
Yeah.
Thumb swipe.
That's so annoying.
All right, and then I think this is what we came here for, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
I like this. I like your collections. We're talking about you're gonna have 6 watches now, 2 Zin, 1 German diver. Then you got your Aquaterra and Seamaster 300M, and you're adding a Tudor to this. This is
Hello.
a really nice build up.
Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to shout out customer service because this gentleman I bought this from on 24. He included out of the blue in the box some gummy bears.
Oh,
Nice. I love gummy bears.
He included one of these travel cases.
Oh, really nice job.
baby.
You got to give you the 20% Timmy Wright discount.
And this gentleman also wrote me a handwritten thank you note.
Aw.
Very nice.
And honestly, I don't care if you see my name. I live in Georgia. You want to come to my house? Good luck.
Yeah, try it.
Anyways,
New York. You know, it's not New York. New York, we got to protect ourselves. It's
So
hard.
are those gummies of candy or gummies of like getting high?
No, 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 no. This is just regular candies. I don't condone or do drugs.
I figured I'd just go there real quick. Okay.
It's Georgia. Here we go. We got some predictions, guys. If you want to throw out your predictions.
I agree. I was going to say FXD. Yeah. You know what? He's reading my mind. I was going to say.
Pelagos 39.
Let me get.
Not be bad.
Let's do one of these numbers.
Yeah. Thank you. Well done.
Oh! Spoilers! Everybody, count down.
Wow.
Everybody, count down. See, I told you I'm not a professional. I bring the quality of the show down. I apologize, team.
No. It's impossible.
None of us here are claiming to be.
So again, just to talk about the professionalism of the gentleman that sold this to me, he included everything, including the tag.
Tell us how did you buy it? Was this over? You bought it online or
Chrono 24?
A Chrono 24. Interesting.
And some of them on Chrono are going way over retail. I got this for $100 under.
Okay, terrific. Let me ask you: have you bought from Chrono 24 before?
Yes, I got the Apotera from Chrono 24.
How did you buy the Zins?
I bought the Zins on. Good question. I think Long Island Watch.
Oh,
okay. And the other German watch is from Long Island Watch too, because I've seen them on there.
No, the Mulligla Sute was actually on Teddy Baldassar. I was just looking at his online, and for a brief period, he had a used portion.
Oh wow!
Or a used section on his website, and this was slightly used, and I think I paid 13, 12.
All right, so to get from Cleveland to Georgia was easy then, right?
Oh, again, I bought it on the website.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yes, Watch Buys. That's what it is. The OG Dangerous. You are correct.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Because they are the only retailer in the United States, the only authorized dealer in the United States.
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
That's why I was asking, because it's so tricky to buy a Zen. Like I wish to I want to get one of those U50s, like the one you have with the tegimented steel, actually with DLC.
I think they're really nice watches.
Great way to go.
So if I could go back and do it over again, this is fine for me because I usually wear a uniform at work, and this is quite subtle in uniform, and the numbers don't really stand out too much from a distance. However, if I was to do it over again, I think I would get the tegimented case with the tegimented bezel, but not the DSC.
Okay.
Even though, again, the quality of the DSC is out of control.
So that black, you can't see any scratches.
I can't. No. You see some dirt, you can't see.
I'm loving the DLC. Maybe we'll do. There's an app that's coming out. If you ever wanted to sell this watch, maybe I'll buy it from you, because I like the DLC.
This watch has a little bit of sentimental value for me.
Okay.
The day this watch came, I'm just silly. I don't mean to bring anybody down, but I actually lost a pet that I loved dearly.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
No, he was old. He had a good life. I had him we were best friends at the end of his life. Yeah. So we had a good time.
You should put the name of the pet on the case. This is a great watch. Like, you could keep this for the rest of your life. You can remember the good times you had with the pet. You put the name on the back. This is the Salida movement, right? This could be repaired, and
SW200, no worries.
It'll work forever. Yeah, commemorate it. Make it even more special. And
this is also my motorcycle riding watch, which kind of can be controversial because of the vibrations and whatnot.
Oh, that's a good point.
But I have had 4,000 miles with this watch on the bike so far.
Very nice.
And honestly, no issues whatsoever. Again, I have no illusions of Celita accuracy. It's a little bit fast. About once a week, I set it and forget it.
But I'd rather have a watch that's fast than slow.
Facts, big facts. Being late is my worst nightmare.
Exactly.
And again, I like to bring it back to this. I like the fact that he has, number one, a vertical day date, which is in English and German.
Okay.
Yeah,
The day is in English and German, which is a bit fun. And then I think this is a fun alternative to a GMT if you don't want a fourth hand. If you can see, the bezel has the 12-hour markers instead of a normal countdown bezel.
Oh yeah.
So if I know that it's 6 o'clock in Los Angeles,
boom, you could just rotate it and you're there. There you go, and you have two 12.
Wow.
So basically you get a 315 and a
How do
615.
How do you like the bracelet on that watch?
I like it. Again, the state of this clasp is embarrassing. But again, I wear my watches. These are absolutely the opposite of investments. These are all battle scars.
Hell yeah.
I like it. However, there is no on-the-fly adjustment, and I got really spoiled by the Omega. I know people complain about the Omega. I think people who complain about the Omega are a little bit crazy. And here's what. So this has an extension for a diving suit because.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's a tough old boy.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
But okay, so hot take. Are we still doing hot take Wednesday?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not?
Because here's the thing. People complain about the bracelet, right? So number one, I think the way it shines the light with the polished and clear links, I think is wonderful. But also, this is a 42 with a 20 millimeter lug width. If it starts to taper, it's going to start tapering immediately because it's pretty short. Disclaimer, 7-inch wrist. It's going to look weird. If this was thinner, it would look weird because it's such a big watch. It's made like this, I think, on purpose. This is just me being silly, but I think it's made like this on purpose to look larger, to where it doesn't need to be a 22. A 20 is fine, and it doesn't look off.
Yeah, I think maybe, I think people wanted to be thinner to make it even more to make it more mass market appeal. But not every watch has to appeal to the max.
If you want to make it thinner, you buy a NATO
or a leather strap.
Or a tapering leather strap.
Kleiner, you have to get the pin buckle rubber strap in black.
No, I actually like this on the NATO a lot.
So I normally have this on an Artem strap.
Artem.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
That's Timmy's secret company.
The Artem strap. This is the. I actually own that company. That's why I started
opinion
channel to promote Artem straps.
Oh, I thought we were promoting Bark and Jack. My check just cleared. That's how I got the Tudor.
Oh, I can't wait. People are dying to find out. By the way,
you got a lovely voice, by the way, my friend. You got a lovely voice.
I appreciate it, my friend, but I have a face for radio and a voice for print, as they say.
Yeah, join the club. Don't worry. Makes two of us.
That's pretty damn nice. I like it.
So deployant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I like
solid milled stainless steel.
How do you spell that?
Artem.
ARTIN?
Just check Doc's report. He shows my real name on the live stream every single day.
Ooh, JMB, you are so close. Almost. So yeah, I love it, and I think it looks quite nice with the white stitching.
Very nice. Okay.
Clean.
Yeah, it's
Sailcloth
Yeah.
with the leather on the inside.
Better than the sailcloth Omega straps.
Well, I can't say,
Thanks, Black Dial and Dr. Bob's Nightmare.
but this is so comfortable. It's ridiculous. And the quick change.
I like that too. That's a big deal now for me.
How much was that?
This is expensive because the deployant is, I think they want $180, $200 for the deployant and just as much for the strap.
Okay, yeah, it's nice, very nice.
Very nice.
But I think, I don't know, and I've worn this extensively and it looks brand new.
It's interesting that you're in like 100-degree weather right now. Obviously, that's not on. Usually, a leather backing gets killed.
The black one is kind of worse for wear.
Right, because
Just to be fair, it does wear. You know what I'm saying?
They got a lovely voice.
But the blue one has held up a lot better. So
I like it. I like them.
Yeah.
So are we taking bets now that I've taken up everybody's time?
Is it?
No, I think people are enjoying this.
I think you gave a clue to us with the red. So it's one of the carbon graphite models.
Well, Mr. Tim, shall we?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Freaking do it.
Red herring.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, the monochrome. Oh, shit.
Monochrome.
I really wanted.
How did you get that?
I really wanted to do this with
You get that watch?
Tim Wright. I really wanted to do this with Tim Wright.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Sweet.
oh, how did you get that? Bravo, bravissimo.
He who seeks shall find, I suppose. Of course, I don't know. Okay, there you go.
How did you buy gold dust?
This is my first time opening this.
Oh man. Oh, dear.
Everything is fully stickered.
So I asked you,
Oh,
Mr. Tim Wright, I asked you last weekend, what is a good everyday watch that you would recommend
I remember that.
to replace my Zen? And you showed me this. And what sold it to me was your genuine enthusiasm when you showed me.
yeah.
Good. This watch.
To me, this watch will always remind me, because, you know, you buy watch for occasions, but sometimes we give tomorrow for granted.
Yeah.
Would you like a wife? I want to swap.
No, thank you.
No, she's nice.
Did you say
but I want the
wife?
wa-
No,
I'd
thank
ra-
you.
I'd rather have the watch.
Me too.
Yeah, I gotta tell you something. That's a beautiful watch.
It's way
go.
cheaper.
Yeah, and you want to swap?
And what I haven't seen is this T-class.
Oh,
That I don't know how it works. So now people are going to be cringing.
No,
Here.
oh, well done.
What you do is you pull bracelet towards you, and then
Boom.
adjust it. Yeah, boom. You got easy link.
Oh,
It's so much versatility. Like you can see it. You got like 5 points.
So
there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
That
extra.
original Rolex, 1965.
Just to do a service to the community, in case anybody is wondering how much room this is, these are the spare links.
So he took those
Oops.
off. How did you know to take those off?
Well, he asked me very nicely, and I said, well, I have a 7-inch wrist. He said, so do I. And he fixed it for me. So in case anybody's wondering how much room that is, these are 3 links. So it's about a whole link, really. Does this show at all?
1.5 links, because it's these are like half links. These are like
Yeah, fair enough.
By the way, David H, $10 super chat. He says, thank you for joining our excellent panelist, Kleiner Hunt, and a pleasure to have you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, David H. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's really
definitely.
nice watch. I mean, that is
Well,
really that is a real classic. And
you stole the week, mate. You stole the week. Absolutely amazing. Best unboxing we've had for ages.
Also, I just noticed he took the time to wind it and set the time. So this gentleman, I would definitely be buying from him again. I think he has a moon watch, Tudor.
Yeah, for a minute I
oh my
scored.
God.
What country is he from? This guy?
U.S.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay.
I have. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to advertise on Tim's channel.
No. You can go ahead. Of course. If listen, you got great customer service. Feel free.
It's modern patina watches.
Modern patina watches. You saw the kind of condition that the watch came in, fully stickered with the card. Boom, right there at modern.
How did he get it? How did he get it fully stickered and stuff?
I don't ask too many questions.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, all right. It was really nice. I mean, really, but it's brand spanking new, for Christ's sakes, and you got it under retail.
Yeah.
Just shy of retail. Yeah, he was driving a hard bargain.
Yeah, that's all right. It's new. I mean, it's a new watch, for Christ's sake.
Oh my God. I have never had a Tudor bezel before in my hand, and this is a life-changing experience.
They're the best. They're better than the King. The Shield is better.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. It's a telling experience.
Timmy, go and tell your old mate 432 they're not shitters anymore.
No, listen.
All right, first time on the wrist.
And I met like in Boston, and I was so mind blown. So to pull the bracelet towards you, and then you could just slide it up or down. Yeah. So I was so mind blown. I knew when I tried it on, I was like, "Oh my God, this is a Tudor." If I went with this Tudor, I wouldn't have gotten Rolexes because there's no need. It's so the quality. This is a Rolex quality watch through and through, from top to bottom. It's just like Rolex.
Yeah. You know, I was really unsure about the bracelet. I wanted to try something different because I normally like the oyster style, I guess it is. The normal big thickened ones.
Overplayed.
But this is wonderful.
It's overplayed. The oyster is overplayed. It's just everything.
This 5-link is wonderful.
Yeah, it's more
congratulations.
like awesome. The thing is,
oh my God, it looks like a Rolex
bracelet overall, so it's easier to wear it. But like Rolex Reserve, they said they have to play like their tool watch. This is professional. They has to. But like the fact that they hack their Submariners and put them on the Jubilee, and this is like getting it factory on the Jubilee.
Can you see how thick the glass is? The sapphire over here. Can you see how thick that is? Wonderful.
Yeah, there's light done to it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Congratulations. That's a beautiful watch.
Yeah, that and the Pink Panther this year's knocked them for 6.
I had some reservations about the aluminum insert, thinking it would be strange. No, it's wonderful.
No, I like it. That's like the old school, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. I don't know if in case there is anybody in chat maybe that hasn't seen the difference between aluminum and ceramic. Maybe it would help if they see them side by side.
Oh yeah.
So aluminum, ceramic.
That ceramic on the Omega is not as shiny as the ceramic on the Submariners, the new Submariners and the GMTs.
Oh really?
Correct.
Yeah, it's too much of a Brooklyn boy. The new watches, that aluminium anodized aluminium is from its original, origins in the 60s.
They're probably Liberace technology that they were making.
Want to look at
bezels for Rolex.
If we want to look at size differences between a 40, a 41, and a 42.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a perfect watch for you. Holy crap!
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Congrats.
And I have Mr. Tim Wright to thank for it.
Dude, that
well done.
Well done. craziest watch.
What a catch!
Yeah, and the private gentleman's still waiting for his, so he's kind of bummed
Oh,
out.
No date.
yeah.
On the
Thanks, Tim.
Jubilee.
I love you too, mate.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh no!
really smashed it.
The
on the park.
the drape on this is something else.
Yeah. And by the way, if you look at the links, they're ovals. See, each link
Yeah.
oval. On the Rolex, they're like half ovals. These actually aerate the wrist even more. So for the
Yeah.
summer, that's gonna be even like more breathable than a Rolex Jubilee bracelet.
So let's talk about the
Oh.
movement. Let's talk about the movement on this guy. What are we talking about here?
The master chronometer.
Okay,
Nearly
There's nothing
master
on the
chronometer.
back, of course.
Timmy, what is this running me in the United States?
Phew, let me just check.
From the
46
from the AD is
$4,600.
45.5.
Nice looking watch, boy.
I mean, with
46.
tax and everything, this is a $5,000 watch.
Yeah, all in. Yep. We're looking at
Oh
4,000.
yeah, you've got fees. You've got fees over there as well, haven't you? On top. Yeah.
That's a good
I mean,
looking.
it's tax the government one this year.
Jesus, it reminds me of what Sean Connery had during the with his Rolex.
I paid 45 even plus shipping, so all in all it was about 5,000, give or take $50.
It's perfect.
It looks just like a
it-
Sean
you get
Connery
so
watch
much
that,
value.
that was
It
in
is.
gold.
Yeah. It is. It is some Dr.
Yeah, Dr. No, that's it. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah. It's and once that's slightly patinaed, then it because his one was patinaed, the slightly by the studio, you'll get that look and it's
That look on the
great.
wrist.
Hey, congratulations! That's an awesome watch. I might have to go. I might have to look at that myself. That's a beautiful
Tim,
watch.
It's retrograding back to where it should be.
Exactly
you know.
correct. I even like. You know what? Tim Wright mentioned this. I even like the bracelet because it's got like the Rolex bracelet. They are like half moons, but this is like a
This
football.
taper is nice.
Each
This
link
taper is really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
Timmy, Tim, look at the clasp. Look
Yeah.
at the clasp on that and the ridge down the middle. No, both the Tims. Look
Yeah,
at the clasp.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's like it's actually like a GMT match. The center.
I'm really for my first Tudor. I'm really impressed. There is no faux rivets on the side. There's no
You
craziness.
came to the right place for the right advice, Kleiner. You know?
That's really a beautiful.
I mean,
watch.
Team Wright hasn't done me wrong yet.
No, I've seen it in person, man. Like when I see it, the best. Like you asked me, like nowadays, what's the best watch to get?
Thank you, Humble Pine.
This is it. Humble Pine, freaking Humble Pine was gonna go for the Coke, but then I think he saw this in person. He's like, oh no, forget about the new Coke.
No.
This is actually the
It
watch.
doesn't compare. Doesn't compare.
Yeah, that's a sweet watch.
And I think you were saying something about some time ago about Tudor trying to move up market. And I think if this is what they're trying to do to get close to the Omega space, I think they're moving in the right direction. I'm no expert, I'm just a layman.
Those two right there, that's the competition, right? Like
But it's not trying to. It's no longer trying to. They've made it.
with
They've
that
done it.
bracelet, polish in the center, right, private gentlemen, polish in the center bracelet, class
13.9 millimeter thickness. They dropped it down. It's now within the target range. It's there.
Like they didn't have a chronometer, but they did. Like in fact, like I thought, Tudor is not going to care so much about having some kind of a chronometer certification, because I thought that's the Rolex thing. Rolex got the superlative chronometer, and they'll keep having Tudors, not concerned with accuracy. But no, they upgraded the movement twice.
Oh.
So now these are these movements are equal to Omega in accuracy. So like right now, obviously Omega has been making that Seamaster for a while, but like if like Omega is basically now forced to upgrade that Seamaster 300 somehow to get away from Tudor.
So again, I'm a layman. I'm not an expert. I don't have a lot of experience with different models. I can't really just walk into somewhere here and try on things. But the one thing that Omega does have, I think, when you look at the case, so yes, this is a beautiful case. No worries, but you can still see, because of the nature of the mid case or lack thereof on the Tudor, just the design of it. It does look like a chonker compared to a thicker Omega, but how they worked the mid case, the beveling on this side, and then the edging on the bezel and on the bottom of the case. I think even though it's thicker, it looks slimmer.
Yeah, Omega is more elaborate.
The design philosophy is completely different.
But
I've had both of those case types, and you can't look at it that way. But it's up to you,
It's also
no. I'm just an opinion, of course.
The Tudor, that's not actually that. It's not that big of a slab. It's not a slab. I would say this model actually took it away from being a slab. The Black Bay 41, that was very chunky. On this model, they slimmed it down. Yeah, you can see it right there, side by side, next to the Aquaterra. There's equal thickness. You see it? That's what I'm saying. Previous models were even thicker, but this is right exactly in the perfect zone where it's not a slab. It's actually
this is a step in the right direction compared to
Jimmy,
the 58.
I'm having palpitations. I'm going to have a couple of Xanax and go to bed, I'm afraid. Sorry. Yellow handle for me. I'm ejecting. Lovely to meet you, Kleiner Hund. Please come back. You're an absolute star of the show. You've stolen the week. Good night, Tim number one.
Thank you.
Tim number 1A, 1 Alpha. Good night to you, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Good, pleasant dreams.
We got Sean in the chat, $10 super chat. Mr. Kleiner Hunt, congratulations on the beautiful acquisition. And
Sean is an absolute legend.
Here's Sean, incredible. Always giving us updates on the most important things in man's fashion and style.
Damn, that's a good looking watch, that Tudor.
Yes, it is.
It really is a nice. I almost wish like Rolex went back to had one model, sort of their Explorer 2, sort of. But
Humble Pine, he freaking wears Patek's. He's got these crazy APs. When he got the Tudor, he didn't wear anything else for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, that's all you need.
If you look, they even have because they do have the regular Tudor shield here, but they did leave the Tudor rose on the crown. I don't know if this
crown, that type of crown, I've always loved.
I think if you bring it even closer to the camera, let's try to bring it like really close. Let's bring it closer. Closer.
Oh my God.
Closer. Oh, that's too close. Okay, no, it doesn't.
It's gonna go through the screen.
Back. Yeah. 3D. You gotta wear the 3D glasses for that.
How's that?
Okay, right there. I think that's the minimum focus distance. Yeah, but you can see it how the bracelet are ovals. Let me show you here. By the way, I have a
wow. What a good looking watch.
I have a Rolex Jubilee equivalent. I'm just gonna bring it up so people can see the difference. You see it on the Rolex. This is a problem. You see, they're half.
Yeah. Half a football.
Yeah. And so what happens, that creates a really flat surface on the other side.
Agreed.
Oh.
You understand? Yeah, so
agreed. That's like awesome. That bracelet's awesome because you have air going in between.
Yeah. Exactly. Whereas on the Rolex, it kind of sticks to your Skin.
Not saying that the Rolex bracelet is bad. It's not. But I mean, that they really like up the game here.
Tudor has moved up basically now into Omega spot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. They can now they're on the same level. Omegas, they gotta be freaking out. And I think that's why they actually made an announcement recently that they're going to start certifying their watches even higher. So we might actually have an update to the Seamaster 300M, like because that model has been around for like 10 years now, and they've only been like just upgrading by releasing new colors, like new editions, right? They had the No Time to Die in titanium. They had kind of different colors here and there, but there hasn't been any kind of bracelet update. Like the Speedmaster went from 1861 to 3861. Major step up, major redesign. Almost everything was redesigned. Seamaster hasn't experienced that yet.
What a nice watch.
This is going to force them to do something about it, because like it's a perfect Tudor.
As much as I love Omega, and I do, and I am definitely going to get either a Omega Speedmaster with the 1836 movement, or which is what I really originally wanted. Excuse me. It was a 57, the Speedmaster 57 in green or black with the sandy style. However, this played out. Like, okay, you've had these watches and they've sold well and they're great. Okay, thank you. Can we see something new, please? What happened to the Constellation? It's a wonderful watch. Does anybody give a crap about? Excuse my language. Does anybody care about the Constellation? No. I love it. I watch pictures of it all the time, but that's it. I'm never going to buy one.
Yeah.
The Speedmaster is wonderful, but how many limited editions of a Speedmaster can you make?
Well, I do. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
They had a chance with the Constellation redesign. They made it worse. They put ceramic bezel on the Constellation because ceramic was so hot. And now it looks way too dressy. I don't know of anyone who has a modern Constellation.
But it's the same as being a simp. It shows no confidence. You should, as a brand, you should come out with something that you have researched, some level of innovation, and say, this is it. This is the latest and greatest that we can make. And then if the public doesn't buy it, okay, the public doesn't like it. That's the market. You still have these models to fall back on. I don't think that the Seamaster 300 or the Speedmaster is going to stop selling overnight just because they came up with new watches.
Omega has really lost their way. Whereas Tudor is working tirelessly to keep improving their models. Like they had the Black Bay, and like every year they somehow improved.
Yeah, they tweak it.
Yeah, they kept, but the tweak is always in the right direction. They keep moving brand forward until now they arrived at this. This, in my opinion, this is such like the Diet Pepsi. While it was good, I think it was 42 and it was a little bit too thick. It wasn't for everyone. Okay. It was like almost there, and also it didn't have the micro adjustment. Like there was so many flaws in the Diet Pepsi that came out like 4 years ago. But since then, they kept chipping and chipping and chipping away until now they have a watch that's perfect. Like this is that Tudor. It's a perfect Tudor where I have no complaints about it. It's a perfect watch. They take this watch. They could start like maybe they could make it thinner in the future, right? That's like the last thing that they could make, do to this watch to make it perfect. But I don't think they have to touch it any further. Right? There's no need to touch this watch anymore. Now they can make a bluesy. Imagine if they did this one in two-tone, blue dial, gold.
Just compare. I'm sorry. Let me just take this off so I can actually give a proper comparison. But even compared to a 12 millimeter watch,
Mm-hmm.
so this is 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I know black is not the best way to show it off, but come on now. Does it really look that much different?
It's like identical. I think it's. What do they say is the thickness on it?
I think the Zin is 12.
Zin is 12. I mean, that looks pretty close to 12. They both look pretty close to 12. Let me see. What the Tudor say? I think. Let's see.
13.
Tudor. Let's see.
Thank you, Humble Pine. I appreciate you, brother.
Let's see.
But even if you look at the dimensions, so this is a 40 by 47. So 40 and then 47 lug length, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you put it back to back, is it really that much bigger? Because it does say 30 or 49 and a half on the website, I think, on the specs. But is it really from here to here? And it's curved, so.
Wait, let's see. What do they say? Where can I get these numbers? Okay, let me just get this reference number. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it looks perfect. Like, I tried it on, and because I have the Black Bay 54, right?
Right.
And I actually think that one's a little bit too thin.
I mean, look, 7-inch wrist, okay?
God, that's a nice looking watch, boy.
It's perfect. I mean,
Yeah, that's a perfect watch.
I don't think actually.
I even I love the aluminum bezel.
Look, sometimes making things too thin could hurt the watch. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not.
Mr. Han acknowledged it, but Timmy, super chat by Humble Pine.
Humble Pine, $10 super chat. Holy shit, that looks perfect. Great.
Yeah, that is a great effing watch. It really is a nice watch, boy. You know what? I poo-poo everything because I'm like a snob, but that thing's so effing nice. It's a really.
And this for all intents and purposes, this is now a retro style, poor man's Submariner.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
I mean, I love this. I love Submariners. I trade them for Christ's sakes. I flip them all the time. I love them.
It might no longer be a poor man's Submariner. It might be like an alternative to a pre-ceramic sub. Like this is
Well,
no
you can.
longer
Yes,
an alternative.
exactly.
This is just as good. This is what I'm trying to say. Kleiner, like that watch, it could be like if I actually want that watch. Do you understand? Like this is how psychotic the hobby is.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
very nice.
the quality on that watch because I prefer, like, I wish Submariners had an aluminum ionized aluminum bezels.
Absolutely.
I prefer the
Absolutely.
aluminum, and that's why I actually want the Tudor. Yeah, I have the sub, but like I think that Tudor is actually better. And like in this world right now, there's actually no difference between that or no date sub Rolex. Like
So there is a huge difference,
it's
Mr. Wright.
it's just the name, but you can't get Rolex on the Jubilee.
That's not what I meant.
Jubilee.
Oh, you're talking about price. I understand that, but
Not even the price. You can go and buy one of these. I don't have a spend history with Tudor to where I have to spend 2x retail.
Kleiner, that's not going to last. You know, that whole thing.
Oh, is that what Tudor's doing now with that watch? They're playing that game now too with it, like everything.
No. I'm saying I don't have to do any of these games with Tudor. I just go buy a Tudor. Nobody cares.
No,
Check this out. 70 hours of power reserve, just like Rolex. 41 mil case. It's 13.6 mil thickness, but it wears perfectly. For a diver watch, 21 mil lug to lug. This is built like exactly like the model.
Where did you try that? Where did you try this on? Where did you try this? when did you try this on, or where did you try this on? This Tudor?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about Timmy because he
Oh.
tried it on. He was the one that I remember gave the recommendation.
I think in Geneva.
I saw it in Geneva and
Okay.
also Humble Pine. I met up with Humble Pine. I had a lot of time to play with it. Like I spent like almost a whole day. We like you know we went to dinner and drinks and we just hang out and I was playing with that watch and it just man it just shook me to the core. You understand? It's just like I came to a realization. There is, you know how like you think, like you get a tutor, and in the past there's always was like this thing like, well, if I let's say if I got the Black Bay 58, it's a great watch, Black Bay 58, but eventually I think I would recommend people to get a Rolex, like because there's certain comforts like the Easy Link. Well, guess what? This has all of that. This is the Easy Link. It's got the tapering bracelet. It's really comfortable. It's actually the design wise, it looks so freaking cool. The snowflake hands, the no crown guards, big chunky fat crown, so it's easy to operate it. There's no date, and they put a higher grade movement in it. There's no reason to get a Rolex, unfortunately.
So, Hot Take Wednesday.
Unrelated complication, but like a Submariner, you wouldn't fucking want to upgrade.
Hot Take Wednesday. I would rather have a Glashütte Original over a Rolex.
Ooh, a Glashütte.
Okay, well,
The panel date.
if you do that, you should get that on the secondary market because they're going to drop.
Absolutely.
They're actually really, really nice watches, like Jama Shop or Watchmax has them. I'm not trying to hype them again, but they have them, and there you can get them for like 20 to 30% off.
Right, but the panel date. The problem with the panel date is the size. 43, it's a little bit crazy. And then you get the 39, you spend all that money for that beautiful movement that you cannot see, and it's frustrating.
Agreed. They have a gold one too.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay. I'm just curious. All right, because there was a huge discount on the gold one I was looking at like 3 months ago. It was like almost like 40% off. I said, this is almost too good to be true. They go for like 14 and it was being sold for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something like that. And I said, oh my God, this is almost too good.
Thank you, JP. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, JP. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, this is really not. I mean, you got a great collection, but that Tudor is a gem.
Yeah, it is. It's so freaking good. The quality and the price is extremely reasonable. $5,000. You want like that? It's such a nice rounded number. 5,000. It's a big number. It's big money. It's not it's not like that entry territory, right? With the Oris and the stuff.
I mean, Oris is movement of market as well. You get one of the Oris with the in-house movement, you're looking at $4,000 regardless.
But
yeah, you're right.
Better than
absolutely
any of those Orises. Orises don't have this prestige, this association with. They don't look as good for us. So they look like they're made in Denmark. Kind of Orises. They're always got this oddball case. It's like it's almost a sub, but it's not there. But that's like this is Rolex making a heritage watch without putting Rolex name on it.
It's really nice,
right?
Absolutely.
It's a heritage piece, man, and made, with like they could have put a ceramic bezel on this. It wouldn't have cost them more, but keeping it with the original materials, I appreciate that.
What makes this Tudor so nice? So it's just so nice, and not only that, but everyone can. It's approachable price wise for
ceramic would have ruined it. Oh yeah, it's a 5,000.
I mean, it's 5,000 is expensive, but it's not that expensive for a watch these days. That's how crazy we are.
The watch market is fucking
ridiculous,
insane.
But that's just a gorgeous watch.
But 5,000, it's like hey, you're gonna care after this watch. You're not going to It's not garbage. It's worth the money though.
But again, on the gray, you buy this or you buy an Omega, and now we're there at the same space. Yes,
Yeah.
at retail, the Omega is more expensive. But if you buy it on the gray, they're the same money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not now, but they will, because I've seen some for 52.50 or whatever on Chrono. I guess because they're brand new and there's still a little bit of hype. But
I know it's a trademark on the Omega there, but I've never liked the helium escape valve.
to me, these three watches were the exactly same amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. That's a like the $5,000 price point there.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, I'd rather have three of these than one Submariner, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's dude. You can have like different colors. You can have different bracelets, different straps. Versus one sub, it's very underwhelming. It was cool when the watches were like going up in price, but this is like a serious. And there's different kind of. The Seamaster is more of a modern. You got the Aquaterra that could be like almost a dress watch, and the Tudor that's like a vintage hipster throwback, but just generally just cool all around watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as soon as I get my NATO, this is going to be my new everyday, and it's going to substitute the Zin, except for motorcycling or some type of if I go to the range. This is gonna be the dynamic duo from now on. These are gonna be the heavy lifters. This is gonna be my go out on the town, and this is gonna be I want to go out on the town, but I want to look like I got a big FU watch. That's the one.
Yeah. The Omega looks like it's more of a watch than it is.
The Omega has presence.
Yeah. It's freaking when you want to peacock a little bit, you wear a shiny Omega.
Right. If I wear a polo with white, a navy polo with white accents and a silver ring, then I am going to wear the Omega. No question about it.
Yeah. It's nice. Good stuff. Hey, listen, I would recommend that Tudor to anyone, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to eventually do. I'm gonna trade away somehow my Black Bay 54, and I'm gonna get this Tudor, and then I'm gonna need to change up my IWC as well. I need to get rid of this sermon. Anyways, it's all coming.
I love the IWC. I think the Mark 20 is fantastic, and I came very close to buying a green dial Mark 20 about a year ago.
Oh man, it's a perfect watch. I love it. I really want the Black Aces one, but maybe there's gonna be too many white dials. I have too many white dials now that I think about it.
One I think that's part of the problem. I think one is it for me, white dial wise.
Yeah. I have too many. It's like Grossman is almost a white dial. The Daytona, the Explorer's white dial. It's too many.
I'm sorry, no disrespect, Mr. Tim Wright, but I think you undervalue your Grossman a little bit. I think it's a fantastic watch, and I think you should really treasure that watch. It may not have the brand gravitas for the layman, but I think is a beautiful work of art.
Yeah. That watch is really special. I'm thinking what I might do is some kind of a swap with the European watch company, maybe if I see a watch of like my dreams or something. And by the way, the Maurice Grossman, it went back up in price. They had one back in the day for 37,000. Then they dropped it to 31, then down to 28.5. That's when I freaked out. And now they have one for like 32,000. So hey, that's actually, as far as Grossmans go, it's one of the most beautiful ones. And when you play around with it, that's when you understand that it's a good watch. It's complex, but
Does anybody have any questions about the Black Bay? Anybody want to see in the box?
Yeah, guys, what do you think? Give me your take. What do you think?
What's the
You think
water
about the
resistance?
collection?
What's the water resistance on the Black Bay?
I think it's 200
No, I think it's
or 100.
it's
Does it
200
even 200? 200.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 70 hours of power reserve.
Have you? Yeah, you have set the watch. Okay. Is the bezel easy and everything? I mean, is the crown and bezel easy? Well, we saw the bezel.
I mean, the gentleman that I bought it from was nice enough to. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
it's
This is my first time.
chunky crown. It's really nice to use, right?
It's butter.
Yeah.
It's warm butter.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Look at that chunk. So
It's you know when it's pulled.
yeah. Boom. It's really solid. You feel like you got proper movement in there and easy to
good positive purchase. Not too many threads. Omega Seamaster.
By the way, 5 years warranty on it, and it's without registrations. There's no registration. You don't have to register. You know, some of these new warranties that come out, they require you to basically give you 2 years, and you have to register, and then you get up to 8 years. But
So the card is dated 9 May, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say May? I'm not sure.
9th of May.
Hold on, I may be saying some porcupines.
Careful with the serial number. Yeah, 5 years warranty on
Where
these
did I put
new
it?
watches. That's freaking wild.
What's my serial number going to do, Mr. Tim? I don't know. Are they gonna come to my house? Have coffee with me? I'm lonely. Please watch Steve's. Come to my house.
What they'll do, they'll put it into digital watch vault as their watch, and they will send 4P after you say.
So the card is.
You see it? It's registered in the digital watch vault.
Yeah, it's dated 9 May.
9th of May. So it's just a month ago. It's a 1 month old watch. You got it. You got 5 years of full service. If anything goes wrong with it in 5 years, they'll fix it for you.
Interestingly, this card, I wish I could show you, but I'm using the phone to record. You can tap this with NFC on, and it's supposed to show you the data of your specific watch.
Oh.
All the testing specifically to your watch, kind of like Omega does. Talk about comparisons. So really? on the Omega website, when you put in your serial number, it shows you exactly how your watch performed during testing. This is supposed to do the same thing.
Huh. I didn't know that. A Rolex doesn't even do that. It's pretty wild.
So I wish I could show you. I don't have a way to do that, but I'm sure it's out there on the YouTube space.
Oh, you'll be able to test it though after the stream. We're gonna start wrapping it up, guys. Any final questions? Put them in the chat. If you, by the way, guys, if you have an unboxing, you wanna join us on the stream and do the unboxing, or if you just wanna join to chat watches, the link is in the chat.
Do you mind if I share the name of the person I bought it from? I think Dr. Bob Nightmare is asking for it.
Yeah,
excuse me, Bob's. Again, if Tim doesn't mind, this guy has been an absolute superstar. And can everybody see that? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh,
modern patina watch.
Absolutely. Oh, come on, man. See, I'm unprofessional, Tim. I'm not like you.
You're holding upside down.
Upside down, absolutely.
Patina
watch. I'm professional.
It's very easy to remember. Modern patina watches.
Modern patina watches. This guy has been amazing. He sent me gummy bears, and he sent me a free travel case. and I will, yeah, I don't know. He sent me pictures throughout the whole process. Um, he sized the watch for me. I can't say enough good things about this guy, to be honest. At least at face value. Excuse me if I'm a little bit naive to where I just trust people at face value, but I will trust you until you give me a reason not to.
Yeah, it's kind of like I should have known better with the wizard. That wizard
I should
guy.
have known better with my ex-wife, Mr. Tim.
Yeah, yeah. It's not until it takes a while to get to know someone, right?
Right, 14 years in my case.
Wow.
Handwritten thank you note.
It's very good
I mean,
service. You really
this
care.
guy went above and beyond.
Yeah. How many people do this anymore? Now ADs are so freaking rude to people. They still haven't snapped out of that that period where watches were going above retail. They feel like they're doing their customers a favor every time they sell a watch. It's out of control.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why. I mean, aside from the money and everything that goes with it, but that's part of the reason why I don't really care to sit around and dream about owning a Rolex. I'll watch Oshin's streams and your streams and enjoy it on other people's wrist. I respect it. I respect the brand and what they've done for the watch world. The much respect to them. But this is as close as I'm ever going to get to a Rolex, I think.
Dude, nobody needs a Rolex. Like if you get it, or if you get lucky enough, like the thing, like I got lucky, right? When I got my Rolex, the times were completely different, and the prices were and such. And you know what? Who knows? Like with the way this stuff is going, one brand, Tim G can attest. Omega used to be above Rolex back in like the 80s.
1960s and 70s all day long.
Yeah. So sometimes these brands
They go up and down.
they go out of fashion. Rolex is fashionable now. It might not be in the future. It's not worth bending over at the authorized dealer just to get a Rolex. It's really stupid. Or paying above retail. Look, if you really want particular watch, and it goes above retail, and it's just the watch you want, yeah, just go buy it. Don't play the games. You can't lose this game. What a lot of people don't understand, if they play the AD games for too long, then they're either wasting a lot of their time, right? And time is precious. I think time is the most precious resource we have on this planet. And that's why expensive watches are good reminders of to do, and like kind of just be cool. Fucking time is valuable. You look at an expensive watch, it shows you appreciate and value your time. It's like it's almost a metaphor. But yeah, like
Sorry, I'm just trying to make this interestingly looking
no, I
for the
love it. I
people.
love it. It's like a background. Fucking, I'm giving a pep talk on why you don't need a Rolex. Rolex, it's basically, and then the thing is, if somebody tells you that you need a Rolex in order for this or for that, then you're doing it wrong, because what this is about finding the watch that's right for you. Like Kleiner Hunt, like when you reached out on the stream a couple of weeks ago, right? You were asking about what watch would be the best for you, and
Mhm.
I gave you the best. Like you gave me the specs. I told you the best watch. It's
Absolutely.
and this is what the thing is. There's a watch has to fit the person, and if it doesn't fit, you're not going to be happy. So it's not, and like watches are not investment. They're not means of making money. If that's the sole purpose of buying a watch, you're not going to find happiness in this hobby. You're always going to be stressing out. The point is liking watches, valuing your time, and getting the watch that you want without playing games, and without, like, it's just, you have to get the watch that you want. Don't undercut. Don't get the cheaper version or the more expensive version, because the cheaper version is not necessarily worse, and the more expensive version is not necessarily better. It has to be, the brand has to match your values. Okay.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And Rolex just doesn't.
Exactly. And if
I know.
brand represents something.
JDMTL, thank you. Mr. Wright, thank you so much for having me on. Thank you for your patience.
Absolutely. Kleiner Hunt, freaking legend.
Kleiner is
Thank you, everybody.
Make sure you jump on more often.
Yeah, and hey, tomorrow if you're free, or at the end of the weekend, always welcome to the show. Chat watches. I know you said you're in the hobby for 2 years, but I think you're doing it the right way. Like, dude, you're following the journey. You're getting proper pieces, and you got the Zin. You got. I want to know more about that German brand, by the way. And we want to get definitely your opinion on after 1 week of the wrist. Okay, come back.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you upvote, become members, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Thank you for having me.